Just keep it in your pocket. You will thank me for 50 years. Buddhist teachings. The mind is everything. What you think, you become. Buddha. Have you ever wondered how a simple action, something as mundane as keeping an item in your pocket, can profoundly transform your life? Imagine unlocking the secrets to inner peace, protection, and enduring happiness with a practice so simple yet incredibly powerful. In today's video, we delve into the profound Buddhist teachings that reveal how carrying a small item can serve as a powerful tool for mindfulness and spiritual growth. In 50 years, you'll thank me for sharing this secret with you. I'm about to reveal 3 simple yet transformative practices to protect your peace, attract positivity, and foster long-lasting happiness. These techniques, deeply rooted in Buddhist philosophy, are more than just rituals. They are ways to set intentions and manifest a balanced, fulfilling life. If you're feeling overwhelmed, stressed, or uncertain about the future, you're not alone. These challenges are part of the human experience. Today I'll share 3 powerful techniques to help you navigate through these difficulties with grace. But first, let's explore the common obstacles that can hinder our spiritual growth and how we can overcome them. I'll introduce an ancient Buddhist practice that helps shield your mind from negative influences and emotional turmoil. This practice, though simple, can significantly enhance your mental clarity and emotional stability. Be mindful and protect your inner peace. Get ready to learn a time-honored tradition that wards off negative emotions and promotes a sense of calm and well-being. It's as straightforward as keeping a small item in your pocket, yet its effects are profound. Welcome to the Journey of Wisdom, where we explore timeless teachings to enrich our modern lives. Let's embark on this path together. Number 1. The power of garlic. Ever wondered how something as simple as a garlic clove can change your life? What if I told you that harnessing its power could pave your path to success? We'll unravel how this everyday ingredient can be your ally against negativity, ensuring prosperity and peace in your life. As the Buddha once said, health is the greatest gift, contentment the greatest wealth, faithfulness the best relationship. By understanding and utilizing the symbolic and practical power of garlic, you can cultivate a healthier, wealthier, and more content life. In many cultures, people hang garlic in their homes, not just for its culinary uses, but for its spiritual significance. Garlic is believed to repel negativity, ensuring that your kitchen, part of your home, and a symbol of sustenance remains protected. This practice, rooted in ancient wisdom, suggests that garlic acts as a shield against misfortune. Imagine walking into a home where garlic hangs from the rafters, not just filling the air with its pungent aroma, but also warding off unseen negative forces. This isn't just folklore. It's a tradition backed by centuries of belief. Garlic's strength is indeed profound. Whenever you feel lost or overwhelmed, remember that even a simple garlic clove can be a powerful ally. Applying garlic to your skin might sound like an old wives' tale, but it has practical benefits. It creates a barrier that shields you from harm, both physical and spiritual. Hold a clove gently, close your eyes, and envision a bright light that brings peace and happiness. Speak out positive affirmations that uplift you. These actions, combined with your firm belief, activate garlic's power. It's not just about the clove itself, but about the intention and belief you imbue it with. Carry garlic with you like a loyal friend. It will protect you wherever you go, whether in your pocket or tucked under your clothes. Keep an eye on the garlic as you go about your daily life. If it starts to change, it's a sign that it has absorbed negativity and transformed it into something positive. When this happens, replace it with fresh garlic and repeat the process. This simple act can make a significant difference in stressful environments filled with jealousy, particularly at work. Using garlic daily will show you its beneficial effects, and soon you won't want to be without it. It's worth a try. It might just surprise you with its effectiveness. Incorporating such practices into your life is more than just a nod tradition. It's a way to bring balance and positivity into your daily routine. The symbolism of garlic reminds us that sometimes the smallest things can have the most profound impact. As we navigate through life's challenges, it's essential to find tools and practices that ground us and keep negativity at bay. Garlic, with its rich history and multifaceted benefits, one such tool. In today's fast-paced world, it's easy to overlook these simple yet powerful practices. But as we reconnect with ancient wisdom, we find that these traditions hold valuable lessons for modern life. By embracing the power of garlic, you are not only protecting yourself from negativity, but also inviting prosperity and positivity into your life. This small act of carrying garlic with you, checking its condition, and replacing it when necessary, serves as a constant reminder of your intention to lead a life filled with peace and abundance. Remember, the key to unlocking garlic's potential lies in your belief and the positive affirmations you speak. As you incorporate this practice into your life, you'll find that it becomes second nature, a small but significant part of your daily routine. This practice, rooted in ancient wisdom, offers a tangible way to enhance your well-being and success. By embracing this tradition, you are aligning yourself with centuries of wisdom and inviting positive energy into your life. So give it a try. Carry a clove of garlic with you, speak your affirmations, and witness the transformative power it holds. It might just be the key to unlocking a more prosperous, peaceful, and fulfilled life. As the Buddha wisely said, do not dwell in the past, do not dream of the future, concentrate the mind on the present moment. Embrace the present, harness the power of garlic. Let it guide you on your journey to success and happiness. Number 2, boosting financial luck with cloves. To enhance your financial fortune and overall well-being, let me share a simple yet potent practice involving cloves. Cloves, a common spice found in many households, have been used in various cultures for their believed ability to attract prosperity. Here's how you can use them to boost your financial luck. First, take 7 whole cloves and hold them in your left hand. Close your eyes and repeat the affirmation, I attract infinite wealth, 3 times with conviction and belief in your words. This belief is essential as it reinforces the positive energy you're channeling. After this brief ritual, place the cloves in your left pocket. This practice may seem straightforward, but it can have a significant impact on your professional and personal growth. Many individuals have reported remarkable changes after incorporating this method into their routine. I encourage you to try it yourself and observe the transformation in your life. Incorporating Buddhist teachings, consider the story of Sudatta, also known as Anathapindika, a wealthy merchant and devout follower of Buddha. Despite his riches, Sudatta found true prosperity through his acts of generosity and compassion. One day, while preparing to build a monastery for Buddha, he faced a financial shortfall. Instead of despairing, he meditated on the virtues of generosity and trust in the universe. Miraculously, support came from unexpected quarters, enabling him to complete the monastery. This story underscores the principle that true wealth extends beyond material possessions. It encompasses the abundance of kindness, faith, and community support. How does this ancient story relate to your life today? Just as Siddhartha combined his material resources with spiritual practices, you too can merge practical actions with positive affirmations to invite prosperity. By practicing the clove ritual, you are not just seeking financial gain, but aligning yourself with the universe's abundant energy, much like Siddhartha did. Reflecting on this, think about how you can integrate small mindful practices into your daily routine to attract wealth and well-being. Have you ever noticed how a shift in mindset can change your circumstances? By believing in the abundance around you and taking deliberate, symbolic actions like the clove ritual, you may find your path to prosperity becomes clearer. In conclusion, combining simple rituals with a deep sense of belief can significantly impact your life. Remember, the practice with cloves is not just about attracting wealth, but about fostering a mindset of abundance and trust. Like Siddhartha, your journey towards true prosperity involves both practical steps and spiritual alignment. Embrace these teachings and observe the changes they bring to your life. What small practice will you start today to attract prosperity and well-being into your life? Number 3. Creating a powerful charm with a key. Imagine possessing a charm so powerful that it clears away negativity and paves the way for new opportunities. A charm that makes you optimistic about the future, where every step could lead to something wonderful, like doors just waiting to be opened. Let's create a powerful charm for luck that will always accompany you, ensuring good things follow you at every turn. This charm has transformed my life, and I'm excited to share its secrets with you. To attract even more abundance, comment "Money Magnet" below. Start by finding a key. This key will do more than just open physical doors. It can unlock all the good things you desire in life, such as a new business, a new home, or even a new car. Whether it's a brand new key or one you already own, choose one that feels right to you. Opting for a silver or gold key is significant, as these colors are associated with attracting money and success, enhancing the key's power to open doors to prosperity. Next, find a green ribbon. Green symbolizes hope and growth, reminiscent of how wealth can sprout from the ground up. Now, let's put it all together. Tie 3 knots in the ribbon and attach it to the key. In many cultures, the number 3 signifies that good things are coming. Hold the key and clearly state, "I'm ready for wealth and success in all shapes and sizes." Repeat this affirmation a few times to reinforce it. Always carry this charm with you. Wear it around your neck or keep it in your bag. It will serve as a constant reminder that good things are on their way. Incorporate this habit into your daily routine. At night, placing the lucky charm under your pillow can be a powerful ritual. The quiet and tranquility of night make it the perfect time to connect with your inner self and reflect deeply. Your mind is more receptive to new ideas when it's calm. As you drift off to sleep, envision a clear picture of your desires. It could be something significant like owning a home, or something simple like a reliable car. Visualizing these goals is like sending a message to the universe. Keeping the charm under your pillow sends a secret message to your mind. These are my wishes. This belief will permeate your dreams, preparing your subconscious for the good things to come. During the day, keep the charm close in your pocket or bag so that its positive energy accompanies you everywhere. Notice how situations change. Doors that seemed locked may suddenly open and opportunities appear everywhere. This charm might seem unassuming, but it holds considerable power. Remember, possessing it isn't enough. You must believe in its potential. Give it a try and see what happens. Share your experiences. When we spread positivity, it multiplies, benefiting everyone. In the serene stillness of night, our minds open up to new possibilities. As the Buddha once said, "The mind is everything. What you think you become." Envision the life you desire while holding your charm close. The power of visualization is a profound tool in Buddhism. By clearly seeing your goals, you set the wheels of the universe in motion. Throughout history, keys have been symbols of access and opportunity. Think of this charm as a key not just to physical doors, but to the doors of the mind and spirit. By carrying this charm, you're telling the universe, "I am open to receiving abundance in all its forms." Remember the words of Lao Tzu, "The journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step." Your first step is to believe in the power of your charm and its ability to transform your life. Each knot you tie in the ribbon represents a commitment to your goals. These knots are more than physical ties. They are spiritual commitments to your dreams. In tying them, you are binding your intentions to the key, creating a powerful symbol of your dedication to personal growth and success. Consider the green ribbon as a symbol of nature's growth and renewal. Just as plants grow towards the light, so too will your aspirations grow towards realization. As you tie the ribbon to the key, you are anchoring your hopes to a tangible object, making your dreams feel more attainable. Affirmations are a cornerstone of many spiritual practices, including Buddhism. By repeating, "I'm ready for wealth and success in all shapes and sizes," you are affirming your readiness to receive. This simple practice aligns your mind with your goals, making you more attuned to opportunities as they arise. Keeping the charm close to you during the day serves as a constant reminder of your intentions. Each time you touch it, you reinforce your commitment to your goals. This continuous connection keeps your subconscious mind focused on what you want to achieve. Nighttime rituals have a special place in spiritual practices. The stillness of night allows for deeper introspection and connection with your inner self. Placing the charm under your pillow before sleep taps into this powerful time. As you drift into slumber, your mind processes your day's experiences and dreams, weaving your desires into the fabric of your subconscious. The transformation you seek starts within you. The charm is a catalyst, but the real magic lies in your belief and actions. When you believe in your charm's power, you start noticing changes around you. Opportunities you never saw before become visible, and doors that seemed closed begin to open. Sharing your experiences with others is a vital part of this journey. By sharing, you amplify the positive energy, encouraging others to seek their own paths to abundance. This collective positivity creates a ripple effect, touching lives and spreading goodwill. As you embark on this journey, remember that each step you take is a step towards your dreams. The charm is a tool to help you focus, but your belief and actions are what will ultimately bring your desires to fruition. Believe in yourself, trust the process, and watch as the universe responds to your intentions. What dreams will you unlock with your charm? How will you use this powerful tool to transform your life? Share your journey with us, and let's spread the power of positivity together. When I discovered how to communicate effectively, it was a pivotal moment that transformed my life in ways I never imagined. This realization is rooted deeply in Buddhist teachings, which emphasize the profound power of right speech Imagine navigating through life with the wisdom to speak thoughtfully, with compassion and clarity. This is the essence of mindful communication. As Buddha said, better than 1,000 hollow words is one word that brings peace. With this principle, I embarked on a journey that not only changed my interactions, but also paved the path to becoming a millionaire. Sharing these practices can be transformative for everyone around you. Every person you enlighten with these principles becomes a beacon of light, extending the reach of this powerful wisdom. Walking through your day with these rituals gives you a sense of purpose and protection, altering how you interact with the world. Opportunities become more accessible, and challenges that once seemed daunting become manageable. It's not just the physical items, but the mindset they cultivate. A mindset of abundance, protection, and positivity can truly be a game changer. As you continue using these symbols, the garlic that shields you, the cloves that draw wealth, and the key that unlocks opportunities, you may develop a deeper understanding of their significance. These items are more than just talismans. They are manifestations of a larger truth about the power of intention and belief. By focusing your mind on positive outcomes, you're actively shaping your reality. This principle, recognized across different cultures and eras, emphasizes that these rituals are a form of self-care. These practices offer you a moment to focus on your needs and desires, reinforcing your intentions. This can be a soothing and grounding activity, helping you manage the stresses of daily life more smoothly. As you nurture your inner world, it reflects in your outer world, creating a balance that attracts more positivity. As you grow accustomed to these rituals, you might notice subtle shifts around you. People may respond more positively to you. Opportunities could arise more often, and a general sense of well-being might increase. These signs indicate that your efforts are resonating, that the energy you emit is being reflected back to you. In challenging times, these rituals can be a source of comfort and strength. Knowing that you have tools to protect yourself and attract good fortune can empower you, giving you the resilience to confront obstacles confidently. This is especially valuable during periods of uncertainty or change, providing a stable foundation to navigate new situations. Consider the garlic and key not just as objects, but as symbols of your journey and commitment to your well-being. Each use reaffirms your intention to live a life filled with abundance and protection. This consistent reinforcement helps embed these beliefs in your subconscious, making them a permanent part of your reality. Over time, you may tailor these rituals to better suit your needs and circumstances. This natural evolution enhances their effectiveness, making them even more personal and powerful. The key is to stay connected to the core intentions of protection, abundance, and positivity. The specifics of the rituals can be flexible, as long as you maintain focus on these goals. One of the most striking features of these practices is their simplicity. They require no special tools or elaborate preparations, making them accessible to everyone. This ease of integration ensures that they can become a regular part of your daily routine, increasing their effectiveness. As you delve deeper into these practices, you might become more attuned to the energies around you. This heightened sensitivity can help you better navigate your environment, swiftly recognizing potential challenges and opportunities. It can also enhance your connections with others as you become more aware of the energies they bring into your space. In today's fast-paced world, effective communication is a vital skill that can open doors and create new opportunities. As Buddha taught, words have the power to both destroy and heal. When words are both true and kind, they can change our world. By learning to speak correctly, you can cultivate an environment of mutual respect and understanding, essential components of success in any field. This not only improves personal relationships, but also enhances professional interactions. Mindful communication, much like the simple yet powerful rituals mentioned earlier, can be easily integrated into daily life. Start by practicing active listening, which involves fully concentrating, understanding, responding, and then remembering what is being said. This practice aligns with the Buddhist teaching of deep listening, a form of meditation that promotes compassion and empathy. When you listen deeply, you are not just hearing words, but understanding the underlying emotions and intentions, which can significantly improve your responses and interactions. In addition to listening, be mindful of your words. Speak with intention, ensuring your words are truthful, beneficial, and kind. This practice can transform your conversations, leading to more meaningful and productive exchanges. As your communication skills improve, you'll find that people are more willing to listen to you, and your influence grows. This can lead to greater opportunities in both your personal and professional life, reinforcing the principle that, once I learned how to speak correctly, I became a millionaire. Moreover, the energy you put into your words and actions can have a profound impact on those around you. As you practice mindful communication, you'll notice a ripple effect, positively influencing your community and creating an environment of trust and cooperation. This aligns with the Buddhist concept of interconnectedness, where your actions and words contribute to the collective well-being. In conclusion, effective communication, grounded in Buddhist principles of right speech, can be a powerful tool for personal and professional success. By practicing mindful communication, you can navigate life's challenges with greater ease, build stronger relationships, and open doors to new opportunities. Remember, the tongue, like a sharp knife, kills without drawing blood. So use your words wisely to create a positive impact. As you continue on this path, you'll find that your ability to communicate effectively becomes a cornerstone of your journey to success, wealth, and fulfillment. To achieve success and true abundance, it's essential to recognize the profound power of communication. As the Buddha wisely stated, better than 1,000 hollow words is one word that brings peace. The ability to speak correctly with clarity and purpose has the potential to transform not only your own life, but also the lives of those around you. When I learned how to articulate my thoughts and intentions effectively, it set me on a path to becoming a millionaire. This realization underscores the importance of mindful speech, a key tenet in Buddhist teachings, which advocates for communication that is truthful, beneficial, and kind. Sharing these practices with friends and family is profoundly rewarding. Not only does it spread positivity, but it also fosters a network of support and shared intentions. This collective energy can amplify the effects of the rituals, strengthening the sense of community and connection. Think of a community where everyone practices mindful speech and shares their positive energy. The collective mindset of abundance and protection could become a powerful force for good, benefiting everyone involved. This type of community provides a strong support system, helping each member achieve their goals and overcome challenges more easily. By engaging in these practices, you might also learn new variations and techniques from others, enriching your own practice and introducing you to new ideas and perspectives. This exchange of knowledge keeps your rituals fresh and engaging, preventing them from becoming routine or stagnant. Imagine your words as seeds. Each word you speak has the potential to grow into a powerful tree of success and abundance. The practice of mindful speech can become a living, evolving tradition, constantly adapting to the needs of those who engage with it. This dynamic nature ensures that your communication remains relevant and effective, providing protection and attracting abundance for years to come. As you cultivate this practice, remember the words of Thich Nhat Hanh: "Speak the truth, but not to punish." Your words should inspire and uplift, not harm or belittle. This approach not only enhances your personal growth, but also strengthens the bonds within your community. In modern life, where distractions are abundant and superficial interactions are common, the practice of mindful speech can be a beacon of authenticity and connection. By choosing your words carefully and speaking with intention, you create a ripple effect that influences others to do the same. This mindful approach to communication can lead to more meaningful relationships, greater professional success, and a deeper sense of personal fulfillment. So, how can you apply this in your daily life? Start by listening more than you speak, and when you do speak, ensure your words align with your values and intentions. Surround yourself with a community that values and practices mindful communication. This collective energy can propel everyone toward their goals. Remember, the journey to success begins with a single step, or in this case, a single word. By adopting these principles, you not only enrich your own life, but also contribute to a more compassionate and prosperous world. Mastering the art of speaking correctly can transform your life in ways you never imagined. Once I learned how to speak correctly, I became a millionaire, and the journey began with staying open to possibilities. As you embark on this path, remember to embrace new opportunities and experiences. The rituals you practice are just one aspect of a broader process of personal growth and development. By focusing on your intentions and remaining open to new experiences, you can attract positive energy and create a life filled with abundance and protection. Share these practices with others and witness how the positive energy multiplies, creating a ripple effect of good fortune and well-being. As this positive energy spreads, you'll notice an even greater transformation in your life. The power of these rituals lies not only in the objects themselves, but also in the collective belief and shared intention behind them. Picture a typical day where these practices are fully integrated into your routine. You wake up in the morning, and the first thing you do is hold the garlic clove you keep by your bedside. You take a moment to close your eyes, feel the energy of the garlic, and set a positive intention for the day ahead. This simple act sets the tone for a day filled with purpose and protection. As you prepare for your day, you might tuck the clove of garlic into your pocket or place it discreetly in your bag. Knowing it's there provides a sense of security, a reminder that you are protected from negative influences. This sense of protection can be incredibly empowering, giving you the confidence to face whatever challenges the day might bring. Throughout the day, you might find yourself in situations where you need a little extra boost. Maybe you're about to enter an important meeting, or perhaps you're dealing with a difficult personal situation. In these moments, you can reach for the garlic clove, the cloves in your pocket, or your key talisman. Just holding these objects and focusing on their purpose can provide a sense of calm and strength, helping you navigate the situation with greater ease. In the evening, as you unwind from the day, you can perform another brief ritual with your key talisman. Holding it in your hands, you can reflect on the day's events, express gratitude for the positive moments, and release any negative energy. This nightly ritual can help you let go of the day's stresses, preparing you for a restful night's sleep. Over time, you'll start to notice the cumulative effects of these practices. The garlic clove, once just a simple vegetable, will become a powerful symbol of protection and resilience. The cloves will remind you of your capacity to attract wealth and abundance, while the key will serve as a constant reminder of the opportunities that await you. You might also start to see changes in your interactions with others. People may respond to you more positively, drawn to the energy of confidence and positivity that you project. This can lead to stronger relationships, both personally and professionally, creating a network of support that further enhances your sense of well-being. The impact of these rituals can extend beyond your personal life, influencing your professional endeavors as well. The confidence and protection you feel can translate into greater success at work, helping you to seize opportunities and overcome obstacles. This can lead to career advancements, financial growth, and a greater sense of fulfillment in your professional life. A powerful Buddhist story that underscores this journey is that of Buddha's disciple, Ananda. Ananda was known for his humility and openness to learning. Despite facing numerous challenges, he remained committed to his practice and to Buddha's teachings. One day, Buddha presented Ananda with a seemingly impossible task: to find a single flower that represented the essence of all flowers. Ananda's determination and openness led him on a journey of discovery, ultimately finding the flower that symbolized the interconnectedness of all life. This story teaches us that by staying open and committed to our practices, we can overcome obstacles and achieve profound insights and success. As you become more experienced in these practices, you might find yourself inspiring others with your journey. What are some rituals or practices that have brought positive changes in your life? How do you stay open to new possibilities and opportunities? Engage with these questions to reflect on your journey and encourage interaction with others who might be on a similar path. Remember, the key to transformation lies in your openness to learn and grow. The lessons and rituals you adopt are powerful tools that can shape your life in meaningful ways. Stay committed, stay open, and watch as your life transforms with abundance and protection. Thank you for joining us on this enlightening journey through the transformative power of Buddhist teachings. We hope you found value in today's video and are inspired to incorporate these simple yet profound practices into your life. Remember, keeping something as simple as a clove of garlic in your pocket can significantly enhance your well-being and attract positive energy. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and subscribe to our channel, The Journey of Wisdom. Don't forget to turn on notifications. Have you ever noticed that certain people come into our lives at crucial moments? It's as if they were sent on purpose to deliver a message or help us solve a problem. Have you ever had the sensation when meeting someone of living in a déjà vu, as if you had already met them in an unspecified past? In this video, we will see that people do not come into our lives by chance, but for a specific reason. So, make yourself comfortable and stay until the end, because what you will hear will affect you deeply. But first, subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, and share the video. In this way, you will help us produce new valuable content every day for your spiritual growth. One day, as the aged monk Hotaka was meditating beneath a cherry tree in full bloom, a young man called Hiroshi came up to him and asked with respect, "Master, why do I sometimes feel a strong connection with some people, as if I've known them before, and with others, a discomfort, as if they mean to harm me? This confuses me and leads me to wonder, do people cross our paths by mere chance?" "Dear friend," replied Hotaka, looking intently at the young man, "no one enters our life without reason, and this fact is more profound than we can grasp. Throughout our lives, we encounter various individuals, each playing a specific role in our narrative. Some briefly cross our paths, while others remain and journey with us through different phases of our life. Rising slowly, Hotaka gestured towards the expansive blue sky. Observe the birds overhead, dear friend. Their flight is not random. They glide along the wind currents, just as we are guided by the unseen forces of life. Watching the birds soar, Hiroshi pondered the deep insights shared by the wise monk. Imagine your life as a garden, Hotaka added. Every person who crosses your path is like a seed planted by destiny. Some grow like colorful flowers that last a season, others like mighty trees that endure over the years, but each brings with it the promise of new growth. Hiroshi nodded, reflecting on the various flowers and trees he had seen blooming along the path of his life. The people who hurt us, Hotaka continued in a tone of pity, are often our best teachers. They are sharp stones on our path, and despite the pain, they teach us to grow and find our inner strength. The young monk closed his eyes, reliving the challenges that had tempered his soul over time. And then there are those who appear when we need them most, Hotaka said, pointing to a majestic tree. Just as the roots of this tree support on stormy days, these people support us in difficult times. Hiroshi thought of a person who had been his refuge during a very delicate period, a solid anchor in the midst of a storm. A person who, after that period, left his life, even though he would have still wanted her by his side. Finally, Hotaka concluded wisely, some remain with us forever. They are like fixed stars in our sky, bright and constant, true friends, family members, or soulmate. With them, we share the burden of our days and the joy of our successes. The young monk smiled, feeling enveloped in gratitude for the special people he had met and had by his side. Hotaka looked up at the sky, and a subtle light danced in his eyes. Recognize and appreciate every person who crosses your path, young Hiroshi. Each is an essential part of your story, and you are a part of theirs. Life is an intricate web of destinies, and each encounter contributes to the fabric of your existence. Note, added the master, that there are fundamentally three types of individuals: those who support us on the path of our evolution, pushing us to overcome limits and reach new levels of awareness; those who bring a breath of renewal to our inner world. When we cross paths with these individuals, we immediately perceive that the universe is weaving an intricate web. What the plans are hidden in these meetings remains shrouded in mystery, but we can be certain that something in us is destined to undergo an eternal transformation. And then there are the individuals who encourage us to continue. This particular category of travel companions may only accompany us for a brief moment, but their role is crucial. They remind us of the true nature of our path, strengthening our determination to move forward. The master's words helped the young novice who, in the following years, continued to follow the path illuminated by Hotaka with system. Every encounter, be it a casual passerby or a lasting life partner, became for him a precious piece in the mosaic of his existence. Through the challenges and joys, Hiroshi learned that every person, every experience brought with it a hidden gift, a precious teaching that contributed to his growth and spiritual fulfillment. As time passed, the novice himself became a senior monk with wise eyes and a grateful heart. In his role as spiritual guide, he shared with the young monks the profound truth taught to him by Hotaka, that life is a constant flow of meaningful encounters, each of which contributes to the unique beauty of our existence. In conclusion, what is the moral of this story? That in life, every encounter, regardless of its duration or intensity, contributes to the richness of our existence. Life is a wonderful journey of discovery, and each person who crosses our path brings with them a unique gift. Sometimes these people die, Sometimes they leave for no apparent reason. Other times, they behave badly and force you to make a decision and walk away from them. What we need to understand is that their work is done because one of our needs or desires has been satisfied. Therefore, in a world where people's paths cross and separate like branches of a tree, true wisdom lies in opening your heart at every encounter and learning from the lessons hidden in the folds of destiny as we move towards our life goals. Even difficult challenges and trials always await us, and we can feel helpless. But it is precisely in these moments that the universe sends us people who give us the courage to face these challenges and overcome the obstacles. Their support and encouragement inspire us and give us the strength to move forward in the dance of life. Hotaka told the young novice, "Every encounter is a musical note. Listen carefully to the melody that is revealed through the people who crossed your path. Find beauty in the harmony of human connections. Remember, whether it is a love or a special friendship, or even an acquaintance who touches our path, an encounter can change us forever." You ever wanted to help someone, even though they do not help others? Or your karma will suffer. Didn't explicitly ask you to, and how did it go? And have you ever wondered if your good intentions could in fact have caused a negative ripple effect that you weren't aware of? In the Zen story you're about to hear, we will see that not helping others unless they ask you is best for them and for yourself. So stay until the end, because what you discover, thanks to Buddhist wisdom, could change the way you see the world of human relationships. In essence, you will see how helping those who do not want to be helped can have negative repercussions on your life and theirs, and you will discover how your karma will be affected. In a quiet Buddhist monastery surrounded by lush gardens and ancient trees, the old and sagacious monk Noro gathered his disciples to talk about a topic very close to everyone's hearts. His curiosity was palpable, and his eyes were fixed on Noro. They all wanted to understand more about the reasons why, when they had helped someone, things had not gone as they would have liked. Life is like a great river, and each of us is a small boat navigating this tumultuous course, Noro began in a calm voice. Often we tend to jump into that current, trying to steer other people's boats without waiting to be asked. To make the metaphor he had just used understand, Noro shared a story passed down through the centuries. He spoke of a young monk eager to help a companion in difficulty without being asked. The monk's intervention, although well-intentioned, caused a succession of unexpected events, creating an intricate labyrinth of challenges, even dramatic for both. You should know, Noro continued, that suffering is a necessary lesson in our spiritual growth. Each individual, like a jewel, is shaped by the pressures of life and the challenges they face. But when we intervene without being called, we rob them of the opportunity to learn, grow, and train. To further clarify his lesson, Norio spoke of two friends, Esh and Masu, who had shared joys and sorrows since their school days. One day, Esh heard about the financial problems Masu had found himself in and decided to secretly help him by paying off some debts that his friend couldn't pay. His intentions, said the master, were naturally good. However, Shi's gesture had unexpected and disastrous consequences. Masu, although grateful to his friend for the unsolicited help, was deprived of the opportunity to resolve the situation in his own way. Additionally, he noted that Shi had discovered some details about his personal life that he would have preferred to keep confidential. On the one hand, this led Masu to feel an emotional detachment from his friend. On the other hand, Esh began to feel a growing strain on the friendship. He felt that his act of kindness had not produced the relief he had hoped for, but had instead generated a sense of shame and a change in the dynamic of the friendship itself. In short, unsolicited help had created discord and confusion, demonstrating how in life even good deeds can have unexpected consequences. What we often don't understand is that each individual is at the mercy of their own karma, Noro explained. And every action we take, good or bad, comes back to us like an echo. When we help without being asked to do so, we upset the delicate balance of another person's karma and paradoxically harm our own as well. The old monk told other stories, such as that of a young man who, eager to solve the problems of a dear friend without her having asked him, found himself involved in a series of endless difficulties and misadventures. If you enter a labyrinth that is not yours but someone else's without being asked, Noro continued, you could set off a chain reaction of events, creating an intricate web of karmic connections, and your gesture of friendship, no matter how absurd it may seem, could end up doing more harm to the friend in question and to yourself. Imagine wanting to cure someone without asking them if they are willing to give up the things that made them sick, Noro said. Suffering is often caused by past actions, and our intervention could alter the natural course of learning that the individual should ultimately experience. Noro then went on to talk about Buddhist teachings, highlighting how even he himself had resisted the temptation to intervene without request. Buddha, the monk explained, had understood the sacredness of the individual learning process and how the karma of each being must be respected. Suffering is a very severe but precious teacher, Noro continued, using other everyday examples to better illustrate the concept. He spoke of the many moments when, seeing a friend or family member in difficulty, empathy pushed him to offer help, and how instead, Buddha taught the wisdom of waiting for the person themselves to ask for help. Suffering is almost always the result of past actions, and karma is the supreme law that governs the universe, Noro said. When we intervene unsolicited, we enter a karmic vortex that can drag us into other people's problems with unpredictable consequences for both of us. Remember, suffering is like a teacher who guides us along the path of spiritual growth, Noro said. To interfere with this process is to deprive others of the wisdom that only suffering itself can teach. Noro told other stories about daily life at the monastery, showing how the monks applied these teachings in daily practice. Dozens of monks I have trained, he added, became wiser and more self-confident men precisely because I avoided intervening directly in their problems. By resisting the temptation to intervene to solve certain problems, I allowed them to face their own challenges and learn the lessons that karma had in store for them. Every action we take is like throwing a stone into a pond, Norio said, using a metaphor to clarify the concept. The ripples spread and return to us. When we help without asking, we not only influence the karma of others, but we create ripples that can impact our own lives. In conclusion, what do we understand from this story, and how can you help us? The more we can draw from this story is a reminder of the wisdom of discerning when to reach out and when to wait. Karma, like an unbroken river, carries our actions with it, and the way we offer our help can alter the very structure of destiny. Before reaching out to help someone, we must reflect on what they really need. Noro admonished, not everyone seeks advice. Sometimes they just need a listening ear and an understanding heart. Therefore, let us always remember to respect the sacredness of the individual path of each human being. Help should never be an impulsive act, but rather a conscious gesture, respectful of free will and the path of personal and spiritual growth of others and ourselves. Life is an intricate web of lessons and opportunities for growth. When we offer our help without being called, we can deprive others of the precious opportunity to learn about themselves. Wisdom lies in recognizing that sometimes the best lesson is to learn through one's own effort and experience. Therefore, let our help be a beacon of light offered when requested with awareness and respect, rather than a chain of unexpected events. How do you recognize bad people? How we understand how to recognize bad people. watch out for these 9 signs, which individuals to remove from our lives. Every day we deal with individuals of all kinds, and we often find ourselves feeling bad because some of them are toxic people who pollute us with their negativity. The Zen story you are about to listen to will reveal the 9 signs through which you can identify the people who can undermine your personal growth. So, make yourself comfortable and stay until the end, so you will have the information you need to defend your emotional balance and your inner peace. In a quiet Buddhist monastery located in a remote region of Japan lived the elderly and wise monk Hogai. A young woman named Kiara, eager to find answers to the anxieties that pervaded her due to some toxic relationships, approached the master with respect. Hogai, it is said that you know the secret to recognizing bad people and protecting inner peace. Please teach me, the young woman asked with a palpable desire to learn as much as possible from the monk's wisdom. Hogai, with his typical calm, replied, "Of course, my dear. If you have the patience to listen to me, I will tell you about the signs you need to pay attention to understand who is in front of you. First, however, let me make an important premise. The people who, for simplicity's sake, we define as bad, do not necessarily have to be monsters. They are bad or toxic in the sense that, with their behaviors and the energies they emanate, they can undermine our serenity and mental well-being. However, before distancing them from us, we must try to understand the reasons that led them to be as they are. It was often the pain and trials they had to face that made them dry, annoying, and even harmful. So, dear Kiara, before pushing someone away from you, ask yourself, why does she behave like this? Is he really a bad person, or is there something that makes him that way? And can I do something to prevent it from continuing to pollute my emotions? Only after you have given yourself an answer, decide whether to preserve your mental health. Push those people away. Kiara reflected on Hogai's words and was moved because she understood the enormous empathy behind them. If a person who revolves around us can harm us, we must push him away only after making sure that we cannot do anything. Now that we've cleared that up, Master continued, let's start by looking at the first sign you need to watch out for: constant manipulation. Imagine a person who, with devious skill, distorts reality to get what he wants. It could be a colleague who uses deception to advance their career, for example. When faced with a possible promotion, he begins to manipulate you by telling you that some superiors speak badly of you and suggests that you accept a job offer from another company. You may think he's doing it for your own good, but his intent is actually to get you promoted. As the young woman listened intently to the monk's insights, she was reminded of a similar experience from the previous year. Hogai then spoke of the second sign, a lack of genuine empathy. He explained, consider someone who appears indifferent to your feelings or experiences, showing interest only when it serves their purposes. This lack of care can deeply affect your personal relationships because you sense their disinterest in your well-being unless they need something from you. Hogai continued, describing the third sign, a habitual instigator of conflicts. Imagine a person who, regardless of the peace around them, consistently seeks to stir up trouble, fueling arguments and strife. He noted that such behavior not only stresses relationships, but can also poison the atmosphere, making it toxic. He then moved on to the fourth sign, an overwhelming need for control. Think of a friend or partner who tries to dominate your decisions, steering your life to suit their desires. Whenever you share your plans or dreams, they take steps to sway you from your path to pursue their objectives instead. This controlling behavior, Hogai stressed, can severely hamper your independence and authenticity. Reflecting on these points, the young woman considered her own experiences as Hogai addressed the fifth sign, a blatant disregard for personal boundaries. Consider someone who consistently violates your privacy, encroaching on your space, or ignoring your need for solitude. Such actions, he explained, can leave you feeling vulnerable and insecure, as they infringe upon your personal freedom. Finally, Hogai touched on the sixth sign, the frequent use of deception. Envision someone weaving a complex web of lies, obscuring the truth to manipulate outcomes in their favor. The woman instantly thought of her friend Luca, who often embellished his tales to seem more intriguing. This chronic dishonesty, Hogai concluded, is a mark of those with ill intentions or those who are inherently deceitful, prepared to harm you in some way. The seventh sign, Hogai explained, is the pattern of vindictive behavior. Think of someone who, at the slightest sign of criticism or rejection, actively tries to get even or punish you. Chiara immediately thought of Marta, her work colleague, who, faced with her warning, had reacted by spreading false and negative news about her with the intention of putting her in a bad light in front of the other employees. This attitude, concluded the monk, can generate a cycle of negativity and destroy the foundations of human relationships. And here we are at the eighth sign to watch out for, the constant search for attention. Imagine a friend who incessantly seeks approval through excessive attitudes or by dramatizing every situation. Cara immediately thought of a friend from the group she went out with. Every time they were together, she dramatized her affairs by drawing everyone's attention to herself. The ninth sign to watch out for, Hogai said, is a lack of accountability. Think about those who consistently avoid taking responsibility for their actions, always blaming others. And here, Chiara thought of her brother and at least 3 other people she knew. The brother who, since he was a boy, made trouble and then blamed it on his younger sister. Hogai took a moment to allow the words to settle, making Chiara fully understand what she had heard. Then, in a calm voice, he concluded, recognizing these 9 signals requires very acute perception, because we often don't want to see that even people we love, in reality, more or less voluntarily, are hurting us. But if we want to preserve our inner peace, it is essential to put ourselves in a position to see these signs. So, Chiara, practice awareness and be vigilant in your relationships. The young woman thanked the master for his precious teachings and expressed all her gratitude, but Hogai felt that there was still something to say. In addition to recognizing the signs, always remember to trust your intuition. If something doesn't seem right, take time to reflect. Don't be afraid to end toxic relationships if it helps preserve your serenity and peace. This story underscores the importance of vigilance and discernment in our interactions. It teaches us to be mindful of the signs that reveal the nature of those around us, to trust our intuition, and to choose companions wisely on our spiritual journeys. It highlights that our inner peace is invaluable and that we should foster relationships that support and enhance this peace. The tale then shifts to the value of forgiveness, a concept often praised for its role in personal and spiritual healing. Yet, it introduces a provocative angle from Buddhist teachings that challenges conventional notions of forgiveness. It prepares us for a narrative that not only enlightens us on traditional Buddhist perspectives on forgiveness, but also encourages us to rethink our own beliefs and practices in forgiveness, potentially transforming our approach to personal growth and interpersonal relations. In an ancient monastery nestled in the Indian mountains, an elderly monk named Kumin, recognized for his profound understanding of Buddhism, encounters a man burdened by unseen woes. "Master Kumin," the man says, his voice quivering, "how can I truly learn to forgive in the Buddhist way?" With gentle compassion, Kumin invites the man to sit and shares a story meant to shed light on true forgiveness. Kumin begins, "Once, there were two brothers, sons of a dedicated merchant, who increasingly found themselves at Buddha's side, choosing spiritual teachings over family business pursuits. This shift concerned their father as he watched his sons drift from the commercial path to follow a man known for his contemplative stillness. This setup leads us deeper into a narrative that explores the intricate dance between familial duties and spiritual aspirations, all through the lens of forgiveness. This father, Kumin continued, thought that his sons were neglecting the work and prosperity of their family, and his concern turned to anger as he contemplated the way the Buddha affected the lives of his descendants. One day, determined to put an end to this situation, the merchant decided to confront the Buddha directly. He went to the place where the Buddha was teaching, and when he saw him sitting with his eyes half closed and a serene smile, his anger broke out. This man, Kumin said, felt betrayed. He felt that Buddha was stealing his children's future. The merchant, full of anger and despair, had planned how he would humiliate the Buddha in front of all his disciples. He wanted to spit on him and hold him down for the damage he was doing to his family. But when he came in front of the Buddha and saw his peaceful face, something changed within him. The atmosphere around the Buddha was so permeated with calm and serenity that the man momentarily forgot his vengeful intentions. However, his pride could not accept this climate of extreme peace. Then, strengthened by his determination, he spat in the Buddha's face. The Buddha's disciples rose to defend him, but the Buddha remained unperturbed, with a calm gaze and a persistent smile. Kumin described the atmosphere that followed as if a wave of calm had enveloped the place. The Buddha, he said, did not react with anger. He sat with his eyes half closed, accepting the apparently offensive act with his heart open. The merchant, seeing the Buddha's reaction, realized the helplessness of his actions, and the anger he had harbored turned into remorse. All the accusations and insults he had prepared came to mind, but in front of that peaceful presence, everything seemed insignificant. The Buddha did not condemn the man. He did not humiliate him. Instead, he offered him compassion and peace. Kumin continued. At this point, the monk interrupted the narration to highlight a crucial lesson. Dear friend, forgiveness is like that piece of the Buddha. It is not something we do concretely. It is not simply saying, I forgive you. It is something that happens when we are willing to let go of the past and see the being before us in a new light. The monk resumed the story and described how the man, touched by the Buddhist compassion, returned home. The images of the peaceful Buddha and his act of spitting in his face collided in his mind. He continued. That night, the man couldn't sleep. His mind was dominated by the image of the smiling Buddha and, at the same time, by the act of spitting that he had committed against her. The man, Kumin said, was at a crossroads between remorse for his past and a possibility of a different future. Kumin emphasized the importance of this pivotal moment in the story he was telling. That man, he said, was going through a process of deep introspection. He was trying to forgive himself, feeling guilty and ashamed for how he had behaved. The man, after days of internal torment, realized that his imagination was constantly constructing painful scenarios based on that past. Imagination, Kumin said, can be a powerful ally or a fierce enemy. In the wrong hands, it can create an endless cycle of anger and resentment. The man, over time, began to understand that the Buddha had not reacted to his actions with judgment, but with a very clear objective. So, little by little, he abandoned thoughts of revenge and began to sincerely ask for forgiveness. One day he returned to the feet of the Buddha, Kumin said, no longer in anger but with genuine repentance. Forgive me, O great master, he pleaded. My ignorance has left me blind. I was just focused on my life and the prosperity of my family. The Buddha, with his eyes half opened and a smile of peace, listened to the man's words, but when he asked for forgiveness, he shook his head. "I can't forgive you," he said kindly, "because there is nothing to forgive. You have done nothing wrong to me." The man, surprised, asked the Buddha why he did not want to forgive him. Kumin explained that the Buddha had nothing to forgive, as he had accepted the man's act without judging him. It was as if the Buddha saw beyond the past and present, feeling the pure essence of that individual. This refusal to forgive, according to Kumin, taught the man a valuable lesson. Forgiveness is not only an act of mercy towards others, but also an internal process of liberation. The Buddha, Kumin continued, taught that to forgive is to perform an act of compassion both toward others and toward ourselves. The man, impressed by the Buddha's wisdom, began to reflect deeply on the meaning of forgiveness and the idea that forgiveness was not something that could be given or received, but rather an internal experience of liberation impacted him. The story continued with the merchant who, inspired by Buddha, decided to embark on a path of self-forgiveness. As time went by, he learned to let go of the guilt and shame that had tormented him. The practice of meditation became his refuge, where he learned to observe each moment without letting himself be dominated by the memory of the past or by worries about the future. "Dear friend," Kumin said, turning to the man who was listening intently, "forgiveness is not just a gesture we make toward others, but an act of kindness that extends toward ourselves as well. When we learn to see each moment with new eyes, overcoming painful memories and letting go of our destructive imagination, we can find inner peace." The story continued with the merchant who, inspired by spiritual practice, eventually healed the wounds of the past and approached the Buddha to thank him. And the Buddha, with his compassionate smile, received him with joy. Kumin concluded the story by emphasizing that forgiveness, both toward others and toward oneself, is a complex and profound process on our spiritual journey. He said, "Forgiveness guides us to a higher level of consciousness and compassion. It is a gift we can offer ourselves and others, freeing ourselves from the chains of the past and opening the doors to a bright future." But what is the moral of this story, and what does it teach us? The moral that emerges is clear, for forgiveness, in the Buddhist view, is not an act as an end in itself. It is not something we can give or receive, but is a gift of compassion that can be extended to oneself and others. In this approach, forgiveness becomes a means of making those who have made a mistake understand the extent of their actions. The compassion and kindness with which we offer forgiveness practically and indirectly become tools to open the eyes of those who have made the mistake, leading them to a deeper awareness, because whoever commits an evil act towards someone actually commits it against himself, since karma will cause the effects to fall on him like a boomerang. So, in the end, he will have to forgive himself. Remember, forgiveness is not just a personal liberation, but a process that can lead to the transformation of others. Opening yourself to the kind of forgiveness we talk about is a way to promote awareness and growth, creating a bridge to a future of understanding and serenity. Sometimes we are so good and kind that we forget ourselves, allowing others to use us. We believe we must always be kind, and we end up becoming invisible. Have you ever wondered why you tend to be too kind, or on the contrary, there are people who are always kind and ready to help you even when you don't ask them for help? In this Zen narrative, we delve into the complexities of kindness, exploring its potential pitfalls and learning how to balance it effectively to maintain peace in our lives. This story offers vital insights into navigating relationships and achieving personal serenity. In a secluded Japanese monastery, an old monk named Iro, renowned for his profound wisdom, encounters a young woman named Chiara, burdened by her disillusionments. "Master," she confesses, "I've been deeply kind, yet this has only led to pain from those I believed were my friends. What am I doing wrong?" With a gentle smile, Ero begins to recount a legendary tale known among the monks for centuries. He tells of a village encircled by a verdant forest, at the heart of which kindness and mutual support thrived. Central to the village's prosperity stood a magnificent cherry tree, deep-rooted and symbolic of the village's strength and generosity. "Picture," Ero instructed Chiara, "a grand tree whose roots delve deep, embodying the village's communal spirit." The village flourished as the people embraced the wisdom of sharing their bounty. Yet the story takes a turn as Ero explains. Over time, imbalance crept in. Some villagers began to harvest more than their share from the cherry tree, neglecting to care for it or to share the fruits with others. Gradually, this selfishness eroded the village's generosity, leading to a decline in communal spirit and prosperity. This tale, Ero suggests, serves as a metaphor for the risks of unchecked kindness. When generosity is exploited, the very fabric of community and well-being can begin to unravel, reflecting Chiara's personal experiences with her so-called friends. The young Chiara listened attentively, while her eyes reflected the desire to understand the nuances of life. Ero, with her serene gaze, continued to share the history of a village, bringing to light details and teachings that have been passed down through the centuries. "The moral of this story," said the monk, "is that generosity must be balanced. We must give with an open heart, but with wisdom and balance. If we give without discernment, we risk exhausting our resources and weakening our ability to be truly useful to others." Chiara was happy to listen to the master's words, and a new awareness about the concept of kindness arose in her. "We might think that kindness is always good, since it helps maintain our well-being," Ero continued. "However, it is not when it crosses boundaries and leads to acting kindly in all circumstances. In this case, it is toxic kindness, a form of docility where we forget ourselves to be attentive to the needs of others. Thank our parent who gives everything of himself for the well-being of his children to the point of putting himself in the background." Ero's story was enriched with new details. He described, for example, how some people, in their desire to accumulate, had neglected their duty to care for the tree that had given them so much. He explained how the connection between giving and taking was a delicate balance, a harmonious flow that required attention and respect. Chiara, immersed in the story, began to reflect on her own life and the relationships she had experienced over the years. The monk, sensing his desire to learn, continued to share his wisdom. He talked about how expecting too much from others could lead to disappointment, and how setting boundaries was essential to maintaining one's emotional well-being. "Remember," Ero said, "I'm not saying that doing something for others is wrong. It is, however, focusing only on others. There are situations in which we want to please others because they ask for our help, or because we believe, sometimes mistakenly, that they need us, and we offer to make them feel good." Time passed peacefully. Ero and Chiara delved into the nuances of generosity and wisdom. The monk spoke of how generosity, when it came from a balanced heart, could transform relationships and bring joy to both those who give and those who receive. And Chiara felt that the monk's wisdom was helping her to understand many things. The young woman learned that generosity should flow like a harmonious current, fueled by deep awareness and sincere love, and that should never be forced. Ero concluded her narration with loving advice. "Chiara, try to be like the cherry tree in the village. Offer your generosity but keep your balance. Find joy in the act of giving itself without expecting too much in return. Remember that extreme kindness can be harmful. Sometimes, in fact, we don't leave room for others to achieve what they want because we anticipate them. Furthermore, we focus too much on what others need, and we forget what we need. In this way, we cancel ourselves and we begin to become invisible due to our own actions. By always being attentive to the needs of others, our own needs take a back seat. So we trample on ourselves, we take away our value, and others take advantage of it. Chiara thanked the monk with a heart full of gratitude. He felt that that story and the advice that came from it would mark a new chapter in his life. But what does this story teach us, and what is his moral? That generosity is a powerful gift, but it must be cultivated with care and awareness if we want it to bring benefits both for us and for those who receive our help. Balance in giving and receiving is the key to a fulfilling and meaningful life. If we are too kind, if we are willing to do whatever is asked of us just to be considered good people, we end up no longer knowing how to say no and being exploited. In the long run, this could have repercussions on personal motivation, self-esteem, and our mental balance. So what to do? Stop being good people? No, because there are various ways to be kind in a healthier way. You can set limits, making others understand how far they can go. Say goodbye to guilt, learning to say no when you can't or don't want to go further. Draw up a list of priorities so as to continue helping others, but without putting yourself aside. Remember, be kind but not overly so. This could harm yourself and even those you want to help. How many times have you had the impression that someone has entered your life to destroy your dreams and goals? Often, unfortunately, we have to deal daily with the presence of individuals who want to harm us for the most desperate reasons: personal grudges, frustration, envy. Thanks to this Zen story, you will discover how to recognize the signs that someone wants to destroy you. Furthermore, if you stay until the end, you will also know how to behave to prevent this from happening. In a quiet Buddhist monastery nestled among the Japanese mountains lived the elderly monk Aizen, known for his wisdom and profound knowledge of the human soul. On a winter day, while the smell of boiling tea wafted through the air, his disciples gathered in the temple to listen to Aizen address a topic crucial to everyone's life. Today, we will discuss a crucial topic, the monk said in a calm but penetrating voice. We will talk about the 8 signs that can clearly reveal who among those who enter our lives may wish to destroy us. One of the disciples, Kai, impatient to know more, asked, "Master Aizen, what are these signs? How can we protect ourselves from those who intend to harm us?" Aizen nodded, and to introduce the first signal to pay attention to, began to tell an ancient anecdote. Once upon a time, here in the monastery village, there was a sage who owned a precious gem. One day, a cunning man approached him, praising his wisdom and asking to admire the gem. While the wise man showed the gem, the scoundrel distracted him with cunning speech and exchanged the gem for a shard of glass. The wise man realized too late that he had been deceived and had no way of recovering that gem, which would have ensured him a peaceful old age. Manipulation is like a silent shadow, Aizen continued. Those who seek to destroy us will use cunning and tricks of all kinds to distort reality and deceive us. We must learn to recognize the subtle games of manipulation. Only in this way can we protect ourselves and our inner truth. As the disciples reflected on past manipulations, Aizen shared another story to highlight the second sign: destructive criticism. Picture a flower garden, he said, where instead of care and love, the plants are repeatedly trampled upon. At first it may seem minor, but over time the garden withers and dies. Destructive criticism, Aizen stressed, is like those heavy steps crushing our self-esteem. Some will use harsh words and constant judgments to break our spirit. It's vital to recognize the difference between constructive criticism, which helps us grow, and destructive criticism aimed solely at eroding our confidence. Aizen then introduced the third sign with a smile: social isolation. He told of a fisherman from a small village, known for his amiable nature and helpfulness. An envious person began spreading false tales about him. Soon, the fisherman found himself alone, abandoned by friends, shunned by the village, and his business suffered drastically. Isolation is like severing a tree's roots, Eisen explained. Those out to harm us will try to cut us off from others, fostering division and suspicion. To counter this, we must build strong relationships, maintain an impeccable image, and resist isolation efforts. Eisen then moved to the fourth sign, defamation. He invited a guest to share a relevant experience. Not far from here, the guest began, there was a merchant respected by all. A spiteful competitor started spreading lies about his integrity, slowly tarnishing his reputation. Despite his honest nature, the community turned against him, ceasing to patronize his shop, which ultimately forced him to close and relocate. Through these narratives, Eisen teaches the importance of understanding and responding to signs of harm in relationships, equipping his disciples with the wisdom to protect themselves and maintain their integrity in the face of adversity. Defamation is a poison that corrodes our integrity, Eisen commented. Remember that those who wish to destroy us will use their tongue as a sword, wounding us and our reputation with lies of all kinds. We must defend our reputation with truth and transparency, making sure that whatever they say to defame us does not resonate with people. The disciples, some in tears, recalled in their memory the events in which someone had damaged them through their reputation, and they reflected on how from now on they could prevent it from happening thanks to the Master's words. The fifth signal Eisen spoke of was the sabotage of opportunities. Imagine a craftsman, he began, who every time he was about to achieve success, someone came to sabotage his work. Tools disappeared, plans were ruined, materials were damaged. Essentially, despite his ability, this poor man was unable to progress. Sabotage is like a wind that extinguishes the flames of our success, Eisen stated. Those who wish to destroy us will seek to damage our opportunities by creating obstacles and impediments. To prevent this from happening, we must remain vigilant and protect our path to success. We can do this by making sure we have people we can trust around us, and by keeping our ideas safe without talking about them before they are realized. As the day continued and the hot tea relaxed the disciples, who continued to listen with interest, Eisen addressed the sixth signal, the violation of privacy. By telling a legend in an ancient city, he said, there was a keeper of ancient secrets. Someone envious of his enormous knowledge tried to spy on his manuscripts with the aim of stealing the most hidden secrets, but the custodian, thanks also to a trusted collaborator, remained vigilant and protected his treasure. Remember that your privacy is sacred, Eisen stressed. Those who wish to destroy us will try to invade our most intimate space, seeking information that could be used against us. We must protect our private sphere firmly, carefully selecting the people to whom we open the doors of our lives so we can protect ourselves. While the fog descended, making the atmosphere in which the monastery was enveloped even more enchanting, the Master introduced the seventh signal, espionage. In a distant land, he said, there was a virtuous warrior. A rival, fearing his strength, sent spies to study his movements. But the warrior, with keen intuition, discovered the intrigues and repelled them. Espionage is like a shadow trying to steal our mental clarity, Eisen warned. Those who wish to destroy us will use devious means to observe our every move. We must be aware of external influences and protect our autonomy. The eighth signal that Eisen shared was the one linked to physical aggression and threats. In a remote valley, he recounted, there was a devout monk who was trying to bring some young people who were dedicated to crime to the right path. A devious individual whose shady interests were threatened by the virtuous actions of the monk, tried to destroy him physically, having him beaten so that fear would induce him to desist. Physical aggression is the extreme frontier of darkness, Eisen warned. Those who wish to destroy us may resort to threats and violence. When someone threatens us, we must protect ourselves by seeking help when necessary. At the end of the day and the stories he had told, Eisen looked at his disciples with compassionate eyes. My children, life is an intricate dance, and other dancers can be our guides or our shadows. Watch and be aware of these signs, but do not live in constant fear. Cultivate a garden of trust and mutual respect around you. Surround yourself with trusted people, and don't allow the shadows to destroy the light you have inside. Are you among those who have a large number of friends, or on the contrary, among those who have none? Or do you have few but good ones? As they say, friendship is a serious thing, and today this term is used too easily. It is enough to have acquaintances to define them as friends. You realized in this video, thanks to a Zen story that talks about personal growth, we will see what it means to not have friends, and whether it is this we should worry or not. So stay until the end, because the moral of this story will make you understand many things, making you understand how to really read the term friendship. A girl named Elena, a kind and pure-hearted person, often felt sad and lonely. He looked around and saw the other inhabitants of this town with their groups of friends, laughing and sharing happy moments together. This vision caused her a feeling of emptiness and lack, since she had no people with whom to share her life. One day, while traveling through Japan, he decided to seek solace and advice from the monk Kobo, a wise hermit who lived in a small monastery on the outskirts of a town. The monk was known for his wisdom and compassion, but above all, for his solitary life. That's why Elena understood that that monk would be the right person to ask for an opinion about her loneliness. Monk Kobo, Elena said quietly, I feel lonely, and it seems that the lack of friends is a problem. Everyone around me seems happy with their friends, and I wonder why I can't have the same joy. The monk Kobo looked at her with compassionate eyes and invited her to sit down. Alina, friendship is truly a precious gift, but your happiness shouldn't come from how many friends you have. I would like to share with you the reasons why not having many friends or having any at all is not something to worry about, but can even be an advantage. The young woman, still immersed in her melancholic mood, asked Kobo to better explain the concept of having few or even no friends, and Kobo, with his wisdom born from decades of studies and reflections, began to reveal the secrets of an authentic friendship. Dear Elena, the first thing I want to tell you is that relationships and human bonds are something very important. This means that in life, we should not measure them in terms of quantity, but rather quality. Would you rather have a large number of people with whom you can share trivial things, or on the contrary, a very small number of people with whom to share very intense emotions and moods? The girl, faced with these rhetorical questions, began to reflect and understand. Many of the people she saw around her were full of friends, but what was the quality of those relationships? She asked herself intimately. Kobo, happy to read in the young woman's eyes that she was beginning to see things differently, continued, listing the reasons why having few friends or none at all should not be seen as a problem. Having few friends, he said, guarantees a certain degree of freedom and authenticity. In this way, it is easier to be yourself and live without restriction or external influences. Imagine that you love a particular activity, which may seem strange or uninteresting to others. If you have few or no friends, you have the freedom to pursue that passion without being judged. Remember, if you want to live a fulfilling life, you don't have to conform to what others think is cool or normal. After all, who decides what normality really is? Elena thought about one of the things she loved most, observing the starry sky on clear nights. This interest of hers was not understood by her classmates, who made fun of her and saw her as strange. Kobo went on to explain that quantity is never synonymous with quality. Having fewer friends, he continued, allows you to focus on building deeper, more meaningful relationships. Imagine having just one friend with whom you share the joy and sorrows of life. This connection could be so deep that the person understands all your emotional nuances. This is a priceless treasure. Elena reflected on this idea, remembering an episode in which a girl she knew supported her in a difficult moment, understanding her without needing many words. And he began to understand that in life, instead of wanting to have dozens of friends around you who are not really friends, it is much better to focus on finding that person who reads and sees life like you. The monk, after giving Elena time to reflect, continued with his explanations and spoke of another reason why he preferred quality over quantity in human relationships. Human relationships, he explained, require a lot of emotional energy. Having few friends allows you to focus this energy on the people who really matter. Kobo, to enhance the idea, used a practical example. Think about how many conflicts or tensions usually occur in large groups of friends. Maintaining small relationships allows you to preserve your positive energy for those who truly support you. If you have to argue with someone, for example, to resolve a conflict, it is much better that it is a person who really matters in your life or not. Elena found that group dynamics were often stressful, while more intimate interactions brought her joy and comfort. Kobo went on to highlight how loneliness can be an opportunity to explore oneself and grow personally. In the tranquility of your solitude, you can discover hidden passions, latent interests, or unexplored talents. You are not limited by the expectations of others, and this allows you to grow in surprising ways. So, dear Lena, my invitation is to see loneliness in another way than you have done until now. Having few but good friends allows us to more easily find moments to be alone with ourselves, and this significantly helps our spiritual and personal growth. Elena thought about how much time she could dedicate to her personal interests when she wasn't trying at all costs to be with groups of people, and how dedicating herself to herself in solitude distanced her from that search for other people's approval that did her no good. In those moments, he discovered aspects of himself that he didn't even know, and it was beautiful. Finally, Kobo emphasized that the absence of social limitations allows for greater flexibility in each of our lives. Imagine receiving a job opportunity in a faraway place with no strings attached. You are free to embrace new adventures without having to think about how they will affect your social circle. Elena contemplated the experiences of those with fewer close ties, who embraced the freedom to seize opportunities without constraints. She encountered individuals who, driven by such independence, had ventured far to fulfill their dreams. Kobo summed up, "Even if you move across the world with just a few true friends, you won't lose them. They stay with you, transcending distance and time." After listening intently, the young woman gained a new perspective on friendship. She realized that having few friends didn't equate to loneliness. Rather, it meant she could focus on her inner self and foster meaningful connections that truly resonated with her. Master Kobo embraced her gently, reinforcing, "Remember, your happiness shouldn't hinge on how many friends you have, but on the quality of the relationships you nurture with the few you choose." I've met people who felt friendless, only to find they had one person in their life worth 100 others. And keep in mind, those with few friends often possess a depth and authenticity rarely seen. They don't settle for mediocrity. Usually, Those who don't mesh well with everyone and prefer fewer companions harbor an exceptional inner world and extraordinary human qualities. The moral of this story? Loneliness, reinterpreted, can be a powerful ally in your quest for happiness, spiritual growth, and personal fulfillment. It shouldn't be feared. To live contentedly, you don't need many friends, just the right ones who genuinely enrich your life, especially if you naturally incline towards solitude, reflecting a deeper sensitivity than most.
Once upon a time, in a small village, there lived a wise man who was loved and respected by everyone. As the mayor of the village, his words carried great value, and people often came to him seeking guidance. But his only son was different. He was very lazy. He would spend his days sleeping most of the time and wasting his time with his friends. No amount of advice, scolding, or warning could change his ways. As the years went by, the wise man grew older, and his concern for his son's future deepened even more. He realized that he had to find a way to teach his son life's most important lessons. One day, he called his son into his room. "My son," he began, "you are no longer a child. It is time for you to take responsibility for your life. I want you to find the true purpose of your existence. And when you do, remember it always. It will bring you happiness and joy throughout your life." Then he handed his son a bag. Curious, the son opened it and found 4 pairs of clothes, one for each season, along with some raw foods, grains, lentils, a small amount of money, and a map. The father said, "This map will lead you to a hidden treasure. I want you to find it and bring it home." The son was thrilled. For the first time, he felt his father had given him an exciting task. He eagerly set off on his journey the very next day, filled with dreams of discovering the treasure. The journey was long and full of challenges. He crossed forests, mountains, plateaus, and rivers, and traveled through changing seasons. Along the way, he met many people, some who generously shared food and shelter with him, and others who tried to rob or deceive him. He saw the best and both sides of humanity. At first, he focused only on reaching the treasure. He hurried past blooming flowers, ignored beautiful sunsets, and paid little attention to the wonders around him. His only thought was to find the treasure before anyone else. After a year of relentless travel, he finally reached the location marked on the map. It was a cliff with a large tree at its base. He began digging under the tree, searching for the treasure with all his might. But after 2 days of exhausting effort, he found nothing. Frustrated and disappointed, he thought, "My father lied to me." But now, what could he do? With a heavy heart, he gave up and began his journey back to home. But this time, his journey felt different. This time, he was not in a rush anymore. He stopped to admire the vibrant flowers of spring and the soothing rains of the monsoon. He paused to watch sunsets that painted the skies and enjoyed the calm of summer evenings. As his supplies ran out, he learned to hunt, cook meals, sew his clothes, and build shelters. He discovered how to tell time by the sun and protect himself from wild animals. Along the way, he again went to those people who had helped him, and this time he stayed longer with them. He also helped them with his work to repay their kindness. Gradually, he realized how kind people could be to a stranger. He also found joy in small things, felt acts of gratitude, moments of peace, and the beauty of life around him. After 2 years, the son finally returned home. He went straight to his father and said, "Father, Father, I am back." The old man embraced him warmly. "Welcome back, my son. Tell me, how was your journey? Did you find the treasure?" The son hesitated before replying. Then he said, "Father, I could not find the treasure. Perhaps someone else got to it before me. But I have no anger or regrets. Please forgive me for failing." The father smiled gently and said, "My dear son, there was no treasure." The son was stunned. "What? Then why did you send me on this journey?" The father replied gently, "Tell me, my son, how was your journey? Did you enjoy it?" The son thought for a moment and said, "Father, at first I did not enjoy it. I was so focused on finding the treasure that I ignored everything else around me. But on my way back, I noticed beauty everywhere. I made friends, learned new skills, and experienced life like never before. Those experiences brought me so much joy that I forgot the pain of not finding the treasure." The father nodded with satisfaction and said, "That was the real treasure I wanted you to find, my son. Life is not about chasing a single goal. If you focus too much on the destination, you will miss the wonders along the way. The true purpose of life is to live it fully, to grow with every moment, to savor every experience, and to discover the treasures hidden in the journey itself." The son smiled gently because now he had finally understood his father's wisdom. If we see for ourselves,
Embarking on a journey to get to know yourself is one of the most profound and transformative experiences you can undertake. It allows you to discover your true nature, understand your deepest desires, and cultivate a sense of inner peace and fulfillment. The spiritual teachings of Buddhism offer valuable insights and practical wisdom to guide you on this path. By embracing these teachings, you can develop a deeper connection with yourself and navigate life with greater clarity and purpose. This video will explore 7 essential lessons to help you get to know yourself better. Each lesson provides practical advice and relatable insights inspired by the wisdom of Buddhism. Lesson 1. Spend time alone. Spending time alone is essential for self-discovery. In the solitude of your own company, you can reflect on your thoughts, feelings, and experiences without distraction. Buddhism emphasizes the importance of solitude and introspection as a means to cultivate self-awareness and inner peace. Take time each day to be alone with your thoughts. Find a quiet space where you can sit comfortably and reflect. This practice allows you to connect with your inner self and gain insights into your mind and emotions. Engage in activities that encourage introspection, such as meditation, reading, or taking a walk in nature. These moments of solitude provide an opportunity to explore your inner world and understand your true nature. Avoid distractions during your alone time. Turn off your phone, computer, and other electronic devices. This focus helps you fully engage with your thoughts and feelings without external interruptions. Practice self-compassion during your alone time. Treat yourself with kindness and understanding. Acknowledge your strengths and weaknesses without judgment. This self-compassion fosters a sense of self-acceptance and inner peace. Reflect on your experiences and how they have shaped you. Consider the lessons you have learned and the growth you have experienced. This reflection helps you gain a deeper understanding of yourself and your journey. By embracing solitude, engaging in introspective activities, avoiding distractions, practicing self-compassion, and reflecting on your experiences, you can cultivate self-awareness and inner peace. Embrace the practice of spending time alone and let it guide you toward a deeper understanding of yourself. Lesson 2. Reflect through journaling. Journaling is a powerful tool for self-reflection and self-discovery. By writing down your thoughts and feelings, you can gain insights into your inner world and understand yourself better. Buddhism encourages the practice of journaling as a means to cultivate mindfulness and self-awareness. Set aside time each day for journaling. Find a quiet space where you can write without distractions. This dedicated time allows you to focus on your thoughts and feelings without interruption. Write about your experiences, emotions, and thoughts. Describe your day, your interactions with others, and any significant events. Reflect on how these experiences made you feel and what you learned from them. Use journaling prompts to guide your reflection. Questions such as, what am I grateful for today? What challenges did I face? And how did I respond to those challenges? Can help you gain deeper insights into yourself. Be honest and authentic in your journaling. Write without censoring yourself or worrying about grammar and spelling. This honesty allows you to connect with your true self and explore your thoughts and feelings without judgment. Review your journal entries regularly. Reflect on the patterns and themes that emerge. Consider how your thoughts and feelings have changed over time. This reflection helps you track your growth and understand your journey. Incorporate mindfulness into your journaling practice. Before you start writing, take a few moments to sit quietly and focus on your breath. This mindfulness helps you center yourself and engage more fully with your thoughts and feelings. By setting aside time for journaling, using prompts to guide your reflection, being honest and authentic, reviewing your entries regularly, and incorporating mindfulness, you can gain deeper insights into your inner world. Embrace the practice of journaling and let it guide you toward a deeper understanding of yourself. Lesson 3. Pay attention to your emotions. Emotions are a powerful aspect of our inner world. They provide valuable insights into our thoughts, desires, and experiences. Buddhism teaches the importance of paying attention to our emotions as a means to cultivate self-awareness and inner peace. Observe your emotions without judgment. Notice how you feel in different situations and how your emotions change throughout the day. This observation helps you gain a deeper understanding of your emotional patterns. Label your emotions to identify them more clearly. Use descriptive words such as happy, sad, angry, or anxious to describe how you feel. This labeling helps you connect with your emotions and understand them better. Explore the underlying causes of your emotions. Consider what triggered your emotions and how your thoughts and beliefs influenced them. This exploration helps you gain insights into the root causes of your feelings. Practice emotional regulation techniques to manage your emotions more effectively. Techniques such as deep breathing, mindfulness, and grounding exercises can help you stay calm and centered in the face of strong emotions. Acknowledge and accept your emotions without trying to suppress or change them. Emotions are a natural part of being human, and accepting them allows you to process them more effectively. This acceptance fosters a sense of inner peace and self-compassion. Reflect on how your emotions influence your actions and decisions. Consider how your emotional responses impact your relationships, work, and daily life. This reflection helps you make more mindful and intentional choices. By observing your emotions without judgment, labeling them, exploring their underlying causes, practicing emotional regulation techniques, acknowledging and accepting your emotions, and reflecting on their impact, you can gain deeper insights into your inner world. Embrace the practice of paying attention to your emotions and let it guide you toward a deeper understanding of yourself. Lesson 4. Explore your passions and interests. Exploring your passions and interests is a key aspect of self-discovery. By engaging in activities that bring you joy and fulfillment, you can connect with your true self and understand your desires and talents better. Buddhism encourages the exploration of passions and interests as a means to cultivate happiness and inner peace. Identify the activities that bring you joy and satisfaction. Consider what makes you feel alive and energized. These activities reflect your true passions and interests. Make time for your passions and interests regularly. Prioritize activities that nourish your mind, body, and soul. This practice helps you create a balanced and fulfilling life. Explore new activities and interests to expand your horizons. Be open to trying new things that excite and challenge you. This exploration helps you discover new passions and talents. Engage in activities mindfully. Fully immerse yourself in the present moment and savor the experience. Mindfulness enhances your enjoyment and helps you appreciate the simple pleasures in life. Reflect on how your passions and interests align with your values and goals. Consider how they contribute to your overall well-being and sense of fulfillment. This reflection helps you understand how your passions and interests shape your life. Share your passions and interests with others. Involve friends and family in activities you enjoy. This sharing creates opportunities for meaningful interactions and shared experiences. By identifying what brings you joy, making time for these activities, exploring new interests, engaging in activities mindfully, reflecting on their alignment with your values and goals, and sharing them with others, you can connect with your true self and cultivate a sense of fulfillment. Embrace the practice of exploring your passions and interests and let it guide you toward a deeper understanding of yourself. Lesson 5. Seek honest feedback. Seeking honest feedback from others is a valuable practice for self-discovery. Feedback provides insights into how others perceive you and helps you identify your strengths and areas for improvement. Buddhism encourages the practice of seeking feedback as a means to cultivate humility and self-awareness. Ask for feedback from trusted friends, family, and mentors. Choose people who know you well and whose opinions you respect. Their perspectives provide valuable insights into your strengths and areas for growth. Be specific in your requests for feedback. Ask targeted questions that focus on specific aspects of your behavior, skills, or relationships. This specificity helps you gain detailed and actionable insights. Listen to feedback with an open mind and heart. Avoid becoming defensive or dismissive. Instead, reflect on the feedback and consider how it aligns with your self-perception and experiences. Use feedback as an opportunity for growth. Identify common themes and patterns in the feedback you receive. Set specific goals to address areas for improvement and take actionable steps toward growth. Express gratitude for the feedback you receive. Thank the individuals who provided feedback for their time and honesty. This gratitude fosters a positive and supportive environment for continued feedback and growth. Reflect on the feedback and how it aligns with your values and goals. Consider how the insights you gain can help you become a better version of yourself. This reflection helps you integrate feedback into your self-discovery journey. By asking for feedback from trusted individuals, being specific in your requests, listening with an open mind, using feedback as an opportunity for growth, expressing gratitude, and reflecting on the insights, you can gain valuable perspectives on yourself and foster personal growth. Embrace the practice of seeking honest feedback and let it guide you toward a deeper understanding of yourself. Lesson 6. Practice mindfulness. Mindfulness is a core practice in Buddhism that helps cultivate self-awareness and inner peace. By staying present and fully engaged in each moment, you can connect with your true self and gain insights into your thoughts, feelings, and experiences. Practice mindfulness meditation regularly. Find a quiet space where you can sit comfortably and focus on your breath. Notice the sensation of each inhale and exhale. When your mind wanders, gently bring it back to your breath. This practice helps you stay present and fully engaged with your thoughts and feelings. Incorporate mindfulness into your daily activities. Practice being present and fully engaged in everyday tasks such as eating, walking, and working. This practice helps you stay connected to the present moment and appreciate the simple pleasures in life. Observe your thoughts and emotions without judgment. Notice how your mind responds to different situations and how your emotions fluctuate. This observation helps you gain a deeper understanding of your mental and emotional patterns. Use mindfulness to manage stress and anxiety. When you feel overwhelmed, take a few deep breaths and focus on the present moment. This practice helps you stay calm and centered in the face of challenges. Reflect on your experiences mindfully. Consider how your actions and decisions align with your values and goals. This reflection helps you make more intentional and mindful choices. Cultivate a sense of gratitude through mindfulness. Take time each day to appreciate the positive aspects of your life. This practice fosters a sense of contentment and reduces the desire for comparison. By meditating regularly, incorporating mindfulness into daily activities, observing your thoughts and emotions without judgment, using mindfulness to manage stress, reflecting on your experiences mindfully, and cultivating gratitude, you can gain deeper insights into your inner world. Embrace the practice of mindfulness and let it guide you toward a deeper understanding of yourself. Lesson 7. Clarify your values and beliefs. Clarifying your values and beliefs is essential for self-discovery. Your values and beliefs shape your actions, decisions, and overall sense of purpose. Buddhism teaches the importance of understanding and aligning with your core values to cultivate a meaningful and fulfilling life. Reflect on your core values. Consider what principles and qualities are most important to you. These values guide your actions and decisions and reflect your true self. Write down your values and beliefs to clarify them. Creating a list or a value statement helps you articulate your guiding principles and provides a reference for decision-making. Consider how your values and beliefs influence your daily life. Reflect on how they shape your relationships, work, and personal choices. This reflection helps you understand how your values and beliefs impact your overall well-being. Align your actions with your values. Make intentional choices that reflect your core principles. This alignment creates a sense of authenticity and integrity in your life. Be open to reevaluating and adjusting your values and beliefs. Life experiences and personal growth may lead to changes in your guiding principles. Reflect on your values regularly and be open to making adjustments as needed. Seek inspiration from spiritual teachings and philosophical texts. Explore the wisdom of Buddhism and other traditions to gain deeper insights into your values and beliefs. This exploration helps you connect with your inner self and find guidance for living a meaningful life. By reflecting on your core values, writing them down, considering their influence on your daily life, aligning your actions with your values, being open to reevaluation, and seeking inspiration from spiritual teachings, you can cultivate a sense of purpose and authenticity. Embrace the practice of clarifying your values and beliefs, and let it guide you toward a deeper understanding of yourself. By spending time alone, reflecting through journaling, paying attention to your emotions, exploring your passions and interests, seeking honest feedback, practicing mindfulness, and clarifying your values and beliefs, you can cultivate a deeper connection with your true self.
2025 is your wake-up call. It's the year to hit pause on the chaos, the notifications, emails, endless to-do lists, and the constant pull of distractions. Think about it. How often have you felt like you're running a marathon only to end up in the same place, overwhelmed, frustrated, and unsure of where your time went? Every day feels like a battle between what truly matters and the noise that demands your attention. But what if you could flip the script? What if you had the power to cut through the clutter, silence the noise, and reclaim control over your time and energy? Imagine transforming scattered days into laser-focused momentum toward your biggest goals. This is the power that separates the dreamers from the doers, the achievers who master the art of focus and use it to create clarity and success in their lives. Welcome to Focus on What Matters. In this video, I'll share the exact strategies you need to break free from distractions, master your focus, and finally turn your dreams into reality. And trust me, by the end, there's a powerful bonus lesson waiting to supercharge your progress. Stay tuned. This might just be the game changer you've been searching for. Let's begin with Lesson 1, Understanding Focus. Focus is the foundation of every accomplishment. Yet, in a world filled with distractions, we often find ourselves scattered, our energy drained, and our purpose clouded. Imagine this: you're holding a lantern in complete darkness. Wherever you aim, its light becomes visible, but the rest remains unseen. This lantern is your mind, and focus is the deliberate act of choosing where to shine it. The Buddha once taught, "The mind is everything. What you think, you become." This profound insight emphasizes the need to cultivate a clear and undivided mind. Without focus, even the grandest vision dissolves into chaos. But when your energy aligns with your purpose, your actions flow effortlessly toward your goals. Here's a simple but transformative exercise. Practice single tasking. Choose one task and give it your full attention. Whether it's a work assignment, a fitness goal, or spending time with loved ones, immerse yourself in the moment. You'll notice something extraordinary. By doing less, you achieve more. How often do you start your day with a clear intention? Start tomorrow by setting just one meaningful goal, one that aligns with your core values. This is not about productivity for the sake of doing, but about purpose-driven action. When your actions resonate with your values, distractions lose their grip on you. Remember, focus is not about saying yes to everything, but about having the courage to say no to what doesn't serve you. The Buddha's teaching of Samma Vayama, or right effort, reminds us to direct our energy toward what nurtures growth and peace, while letting go of what hinders progress. Picture a river cutting through rock, not because of its strength, but because of its persistence. Focus is your persistence. It is not achieved overnight, but is cultivated daily. Begin with small, mindful steps. Put away your phone during important tasks, meditate for 5 minutes to center yourself, or create a quiet space where you can think and work without interruption. So, what's one distraction you'll eliminate today? What's one action that will bring you closer to your goals? Reflect deeply and take that first step. The journey toward your best self begins with a single act of focus. The light of the lantern is yours to direct. Illuminate what truly matters and watch as 2025 becomes a year of clarity, purpose, and extraordinary achievement. 2. The cost of distractions. Distractions are the silent thieves of progress. They creep into your day unnoticed, stealing moments that could have been spent creating, growing, or connecting. Picture this. You set out to climb a mountain, but along the way, shiny objects appear. Each time you stop to pick one up, you lose sight of the peak, and soon, the day slips away. This is the cost of distractions, not just time, but the energy and focus that fuel your journey. Buddha's wisdom reminds us, what you chase after defines what you leave behind. Each moment spent chasing fleeting pleasures or meaningless tasks is a moment diverted from your purpose. The endless scroll on social media, the unnecessary meetings, the constant checking of notifications, these may seem harmless, but they slowly erode your ability to focus and achieve. Take a moment to ask yourself, What distractions are holding you back? Is it the endless pursuit of perfection, the fear of missing out, or the habit of saying yes to everything? Recognizing these distractions is the first step toward reclaiming your time and mental clarity. Here's where mindfulness becomes your most powerful ally. When you notice your attention drifting, pause, breathe deeply, and bring yourself back to the present. Start small. Set aside 5 minutes to focus fully on a single task. No multitasking, no interruptions. You'll be amazed at how much more productive and peaceful those 5 minutes feel. Remember, distractions don't just take away time, they take away joy. They create a mind that is restless and dissatisfied, constantly searching but never finding. The Buddha's teaching on sati, or mindfulness, guides us to observe these moments without judgment and gently redirect our attention to what truly matters. Think about the ripple effect this could have on your life. When you eliminate distractions, you create space for deep work, meaningful relationships, and moments of peace. It's not about doing more, but about doing what aligns with your values. When your focus sharpens, so does your ability to achieve your goals. Today, make a conscious choice to limit one distraction. Turn off notifications, set boundaries for your time, or practice mindfulness when you feel your mind wander. Ask yourself, what do I gain by letting go of this distraction? The answer might just lead you closer to the life you envision. Distractions will always exist, but your power lies in choosing where to direct your energy. Guard your focus fiercely, for it is the key to progress, joy, and fulfillment in 2025. 3. Defining your goals. Goals are the compass that guides us through the vast sea of endless possibilities. Without them, even the strongest effort can feel aimless, like rowing tirelessly in every direction, but reaching no shore. Buddha's teaching reminds us, without direction, effort is wasted. To focus your energy and achieve your potential, you must first define what you are striving for. Imagine walking into a forest without a map or destination in mind. Every path looks enticing, but without clarity, you wander in circles, never making meaningful progress. Life works in much the same way. When your goals are unclear, distractions pull you in every direction, and your energy is scattered. But when your goals are clear, they act as a guiding light, helping you prioritize and persevere. Start by asking yourself, what do I truly want? Not what society expects or what others demand, but what resonates with your heart and values. Aligning your goals with your inner purpose creates a powerful synergy. You'll find it easier to stay motivated because every step you take feels meaningful. Clarity begins with specificity. Avoid vague intentions like, I want to be successful, or I want to be happy. Instead, dive deeper. What does success look like to you? Is it building a thriving business, spending more time with loved ones, or mastering a skill? Be precise. Goals like, I want to save $10,000 by December 2025, or I want to read 12 books on self-development this year, give you a concrete target to aim for. This is where the SMART framework can transform your vision into reality. SMART goals are specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. For example, instead of saying, I want to meditate more, say, I will meditate for 10 minutes daily for the next 3 months. This not only defines your path, but also sets a realistic pace. Buddhist philosophy emphasizes right intention, a principle that urges us to align our actions with our values. When your goals reflect your authentic self, you'll notice a shift, not just in what you accomplish, but in how fulfilling the journey feels. Take a moment now to write down one goal for 2025. Make it clear, make it meaningful, and make it yours. Remember, Your goals are not just destinations. They are the compass that keeps you focused and purposeful, guiding you toward the life you are meant to create. 4. The art of prioritization. In a world driven by urgency, the art of prioritization is a rare and powerful skill. The Buddha teaches us, a mindful path is walked one intentional step at a time. This wisdom is a reminder that not all tasks hold the same weight, and clarity in what matters is the key to living a purposeful life. Imagine a jar filled with rocks, pebbles, and sand. If you start by filling it with sand, the small trivial things, there's no room for the rocks, which represent your most important priorities. But when you place the rocks first, everything else falls into place. This is the essence of prioritization, making space for what truly matters before life is filled with distractions. Start by recognizing that not all tasks demand equal attention. Some feel urgent, screaming for immediate action, but add little value in the long run. Others, though quieter, are the building blocks of meaningful progress. To navigate this, consider using the Eisenhower matrix, a tool that categorizes tasks into 4 quadrants: urgent and important, important but not urgent, urgent but not important, and neither urgent nor important. Focus your energy on what is important but not urgent, tasks that lead to long-term fulfillment and growth. These could include investing in your health, deepening relationships, or developing skills that align with your goals. Avoid getting trapped in the urgency of minor issues or distractions that pull you away from your purpose. Think about this. How often do you sacrifice what is meaningful for what is convenient? A late night scroll through your phone instead of a good night's rest. A quick yes to something that doesn't align with your values because saying no feels uncomfortable. Each choice, no matter how small, shapes your path. Mindfulness is your ally here. Before committing to a task, pause and ask yourself, does this align with my long-term vision? Does it contribute to what I truly value? This simple habit can transform how you approach your time and energy. As you move through your day, remember that life is finite and your energy is precious. Prioritize wisely. Place the rocks of purpose and meaning first, and let the rest fit around them. When you choose the important over the urgent, you're not just managing time, you're creating a life of intention, balance, and fulfillment. What step will you prioritize today to shape your 2025 into a year of purposeful progress? 5. Building your focused environment. Your environment is the silent architect of your focus. The Buddha taught, outer simplicity creates inner clarity, a profound truth that reminds us how the spaces we inhabit influence our state of mind. A cluttered desk, an overflowing inbox, or an endless barrage of notifications. All these distractions weigh on your mind, draining the energy you could use to achieve your goals. Imagine trying to meditate in a noisy, chaotic room. Even if your intentions are pure, the distractions around you make it almost impossible to find peace. Now apply this to your daily life. Every physical or digital distraction you tolerate is like noise in the background of your mind, pulling your attention in 100 directions. To reclaim your focus, start by decluttering your surroundings. Begin with your physical space, your desk, your room, or wherever you spend the most time. Remove items that don't serve a purpose or bring you joy. Create a space that feels open and calm, where everything has its place. When your environment is in order, your mind finds it easier to concentrate and thrive. Next, turn to your digital environment. How many tabs are open on your browser right now? How often do notifications interrupt your flow? These may seem small, but each one adds to the mental noise that keeps you from focusing deeply. Set boundaries. Silence unnecessary notifications. Organize your files and create dedicated times for checking emails or social media. The beauty of this practice is that it doesn't just make your space look better, it transforms how you feel. A tidy, intentional environment signals to your brain that you're ready to focus and engage fully with the task at hand. It creates a sense of control and calm, allowing your mind to rest and your creativity to flourish. Ask yourself, does my environment reflect the life I want to create? If the answer is no, start small. Clear one drawer, one folder, or even one corner of your workspace. This simple act can spark a ripple effect, inspiring you to extend this clarity to other areas of your life. When you design your environment to support your goals, you remove unnecessary resistance and distractions. You create a sanctuary for deep work, stillness, and purposeful action. Let your space be a reflection of your highest aspirations, and watch as your focus sharpens and your progress accelerates in 2025. 6. Mastering your daily habits. Your life is a reflection of your habits. The Buddha's wisdom reminds us, what you do consistently defines what you become. Every action, no matter how small, contributes to the life you're building. Habits are the invisible threads that weave your days into a focused, purposeful existence, or unravel them into chaos and distraction. Imagine you're sculpting a statue. Each day you chip away at the marble, shaping it with precision and care. If you strike carelessly, the sculpture will crack. But if you work with intention and consistency, a masterpiece emerges. Your daily habits are your tools, and the masterpiece is the life you aspire to create. To master your habits, start by designing a morning routine that grounds you in mindfulness and clarity. Begin each day with a moment of stillness. Meditate, journal, or simply breathe deeply. This practice quiets the noise of the world and connects you to your purpose. Follow this with goal setting. Write down 1 or 2 priorities for the day that align with your long-term vision. This simple act transforms your mornings from reactive to proactive, setting the tone for focused action. Another powerful tool is time blocking. Dedicate specific periods to your most meaningful tasks, free from distractions. Treat these blocks as sacred appointments with your goals. Whether it's an hour for deep work, 30 minutes for exercise, or 10 minutes to reflect. These intentional slots create a rhythm that keeps you aligned with your purpose. But habits don't form overnight. They require patience and repetition. Start small. Choose one habit that feels achievable and commit to it daily. Over time, this small change compounds, building momentum and confidence. Remember, consistency matters more than perfection. Missing one day doesn't undo your progress. It's getting back on track that counts. Are your habits aligned with the person you want to become? If not, it's time to realign. Remove habits that drain your energy or distract you from your goals. Replace them with actions that nourish your mind, body, and spirit. Your daily habits are not just tasks to complete. They are investments in your future self. By mastering them, you create a life of focus, intention, and progress. As you step into 2025, let each habit be a brick that builds the foundation for your success. What new habit will you commit to today to shape the year you desire? 7. Trusting the process. Trusting the process is one of life's hardest but most rewarding lessons. The Buddha's wisdom reminds us, the river does not rush to meet the ocean, yet it gets there. Progress is not a sudden leap. It is the gentle unfolding of consistent effort, a journey that reveals itself step by step. Yet, in a world obsessed with instant results, patience feels like an elusive virtue. Think of a bamboo tree. In its first year, it barely grows. its progress hidden beneath the surface as its roots stretch deep into the earth. In the 5th year, it suddenly shoots up, reaching heights unimaginable. This story teaches us that growth takes time, and often the most critical progress happens where no one can see it. In your pursuit of goals, it's easy to feel disheartened when results don't come quickly. You might question your path or your ability. But remember, the greatest transformations often happen subtly beneath the surface. The key is to focus on consistent effort rather than immediate outcomes. Each small action, each intentional step, adds to the foundation of your success. To cultivate trust in the process, start by shifting your focus from the destination to the journey. Set long-term goals, but break them into smaller, achievable milestones. Celebrate these small wins. They're not just checkpoints. They're proof of your progress and reminders that you're moving forward. Patience is a skill that grows with practice. When frustration creeps in, ground yourself in the present moment. Reflect on how far you've come, not just how far you still have to go. Gratitude for your journey creates resilience, allowing you to continue even when the road feels long. This is where mindfulness becomes your ally. Meditate on the idea that every effort, no matter how small, contributes to a greater whole. Visualize your progress as drops filling a jar. Eventually, the jar overflows. Each drop matters. Ask yourself, am I honoring the journey, or am I rushing toward the outcome? If you're rushing, pause, breathe. Remind yourself that all great things take time. Whether it's mastering a skill, building a career, or nurturing relationships, the true beauty lies in the process of becoming. Trusting the process is an act of faith in yourself and in the unfolding of life. As you journey through 2025, let patience be your guide. Commit to the daily effort, celebrate your progress, and trust that like the river reaching the ocean, you will arrive exactly where you're meant to be. 8. The power of saying no. Saying no is not an act of rejection, it is an act of self-respect. The Buddha's teaching reminds us, the lotus blooms not by pleasing the waters, but by rising above them. In the same way, your growth depends not on appeasing every demand, but on protecting the space you need to thrive. Every time you say yes to something unaligned with your goals, you're silently saying no to your own aspirations. Imagine a gardener tending a single rose. If they try to nurture every weed and stray plant in the garden equally, the rose suffers. But when they focus on what truly matters, the rose blooms brilliantly. In life, you are that gardener, and your time and energy are the water and sunlight. To grow the life you desire, you must prioritize what truly nourishes you, and that often means saying no. In a world that equates busyness with success, declining an opportunity or request might feel uncomfortable. But learning to say no gracefully is one of the most empowering skills you can develop. Start by clarifying your priorities. What are your top goals? What truly matters to you? Once you know your purpose, it becomes easier to recognize distractions disguised as opportunities. Practice polite but firm responses when requests conflict with your priorities. For example, instead of an outright refusal, you might say, "Thank you for thinking of me, but I need to focus on other commitments right now." Such responses show respect for the other person while honoring your boundaries. Setting boundaries also means being intentional with your time. If your calendar is full of obligations that don't serve your purpose, it's time to reevaluate. Freeing up space allows you to focus on what brings you closer to your goals. Boundaries are not barriers, they are bridges to a more focused, fulfilling life. Ask yourself, what distractions am I saying yes to and at what cost? Reflect on how often you agree to things out of guilt, habit, or fear of disappointing others. Then, challenge yourself to shift that energy toward your aspirations. The power of saying no is transformative. It clears the path for you to say a wholehearted yes to what truly matters. As you step into 2025, let your decisions reflect your priorities. Protect your time and energy like the gardener tending the rose, and watch as your dreams begin to flourish. What will you say no to today to protect your purpose? 9. Overcoming mental barriers. Mental barriers are like clouds obscuring the sun. They seem insurmountable, but they can be moved with the right winds of effort and intention. The Buddha taught, "The mind is both a trap and a key. Choose wisely." This means the thoughts we entertain can either imprison us in doubt or unlock our potential. Self-doubt, procrastination, and fear often masquerade as insurmountable walls, but in truth, they are illusions created by our own minds. Consider the story of a young archer aiming at a distant target. At first, the target seems impossibly far, and her mind fills with doubts. What if I miss? What if I'm not good enough? But instead of giving in, she breaks the task down. She focuses first on drawing the bow, then aligning her aim, and finally releasing the arrow. Each step clears her mind, and with practice, she hits the target. This story reminds us that even the most daunting goals can be achieved by conquering our mental barriers one step at a time. To overcome self-doubt, begin by challenging your inner narrative. When you hear, "I can't do this," ask yourself, is this true or is it fear speaking? Replace limiting beliefs with affirming truths like "I am capable" or "I am learning and growing." The words you choose for yourself are powerful. They shape your reality. Procrastination is another common mental barrier. It often stems from overwhelm, the fear of starting something big. The solution? Break your tasks into smaller, actionable steps. If writing a report feels overwhelming, start by outlining a single section. If launching a new project seems impossible, begin with brainstorming one idea. Each small victory builds momentum and chips away at the larger challenge. Mindfulness is also a powerful tool. When you notice negative thoughts creeping in, pause. Take a deep breath and anchor yourself in the present. Remind yourself that you are not your thoughts. You are the observer of your thoughts. This awareness gives you the power to choose which ones to entertain and which ones to let go. Ask yourself, what mental barriers are holding me back? How can I take the first small step to overcome them? By focusing on progress rather than perfection, you'll discover that most barriers are not walls, but doors waiting to be opened. As you journey through 2025, let your mind be your ally, not your enemy. Reframe, refocus, and rise above your doubts. With each small step forward, you'll find that the path to your goals becomes clearer and the barriers once in your way begin to fade. 10. Managing digital distractions. In today's world, digital distractions can pull us away from our deepest aspirations with a single notification. Buddha's wisdom rings true here. Guard your attention as you would guard a sacred flame. Our attention is a precious resource, yet we often allow it to be scattered by the constant barrage of digital interruptions. The very tool that could enhance our productivity can easily become a master, leading us astray. But what if we could take back control? What if we could use technology to serve our goals rather than derail them? Imagine a monk sitting in meditation, surrounded by distractions, a bustling city, noisy crowds, and even his own wandering thoughts. Yet, despite the chaos, he remains focused, returning again and again to his breath. This is the power of intentional focus, the monk's secret. He has chosen where to place his attention, and in doing so, he finds peace amidst the noise. Similarly, In our own lives, we must become mindful of where we direct our energy. One of the first steps is recognizing how digital distractions steal our focus. Social media, email alerts, and constant messaging can easily fragment our attention, making it harder to stay present and productive. This is where the art of saying no comes into play, even with technology. Start by creating digital-free zones, spaces in your home or work where no devices are allowed. This could be the first hour of your day, a quiet room, or even during meals. By setting boundaries with your digital devices, you protect your mental space and foster a sense of calm. Additionally, consider turning off non-essential notifications. The constant pinging of your phone can pull you away from meaningful work, and by silencing these interruptions, you regain control over your time. Technology can also be used as an ally in staying focused. Use apps designed to help maintain productivity, such as Pomodoro timers or task managers. These tools create structure and remind you to focus on what matters most. Instead of scrolling aimlessly, you'll be guided back to your tasks, achieving more with greater clarity. Ask yourself, how often am I distracted by my devices, and what is it costing me? Reclaim your attention. Just as you protect a sacred flame, safeguard your time and energy from unnecessary digital disruptions. By doing so, you'll find that your focus becomes sharper, your goals more attainable, and your life more in tune with what truly matters. As you step into 2025, let mindfulness guide your relationship with technology, transforming it into a tool that enhances your journey, not an obstacle. As promised at the beginning, here is the bonus lesson 1. Focus as your superpower. In a world overflowing with distractions, the ability to focus has become a rare and valuable superpower. Buddha's teachings remind us that in stillness lies great power. The noise of modern life can easily overwhelm us, but those who can find moments of quiet within, regardless of external chaos, unlock a deep, unstoppable strength. This focused energy becomes a force of transformation, turning ordinary tasks into extraordinary results. Think of a skilled archer. She stands with steady hands, eyes fixed on the target. All around her, the world may be moving in a blur, but her attention is locked in a single moment, on that one arrow and that one goal. It's not the loudest, fastest, or busiest who achieves great things, but the one who can focus deeply, move with intention, and stay aligned with their purpose. In the same way, focus is the archer's power. It enables us to turn our efforts into precision and our actions into success. The ability to focus begins with mindfulness. By practicing mindfulness, we build the muscle of attention. Every time we direct our focus to one thing, whether it's our breath, a task, or a goal, we train our mind to stay grounded in the present moment. This isn't about pushing distractions away, but learning to let them float by without taking hold. It's about choosing where to place our energy, and in doing so, amplifying its effect. In practical terms, this means carving out time each day for stillness. Whether through meditation, deep work sessions, or simply taking a walk without distractions, we can use these moments to hone our attention. The more we practice, the stronger our ability to stay focused becomes. And when we direct this power toward our goals, something magical happens. We begin to see progress where there once was frustration, clarity where there was confusion. Think about your own life. How often do you find yourself pulled in multiple directions? How much of your time is spent reacting to external forces instead of aligning with your deeper purpose? Focus is the key to reversing this. By consciously choosing where to direct your attention, you can regain control over your time, your goals, and ultimately, your life. As you step into 2025, remember that the world may be loud, but within you, lies the power of stillness. Harness this superpower and watch how everything in your life transforms when you focus with intention and clarity. Bonus Lesson 2. Focus in the age of distraction. In today's fast-paced world, distractions are everywhere. Our phones buzz with notifications, social media constantly calls for our attention, and the demands of daily life pull us in countless directions. Yet, the secret to true progress and peace lies not in doing more, but in doing less, doing what matters most with full focus. As Buddha wisely taught, the Buddha found enlightenment under a tree, not amidst chaos. This simple yet profound truth reminds us that true clarity is found not in the noise, but in stillness. In the age of distraction, cultivating this stillness becomes not just a spiritual practice, but a powerful tool for success. Imagine a river flowing through a forest. The water moves smoothly, uninterrupted by the leaves that occasionally fall into it. The river's course remains steady, unwavering. Now imagine that same river rushing through a city full of noise and activity. The water gets murky, constantly disturbed by the debris and chaos around it. Our minds are much like these rivers. When we're constantly bombarded with distractions, our focus becomes fragmented, our thoughts clouded, and our actions lose their direction. But in the quiet moments, when we allow ourselves to unplug from the noise, we rediscover our clarity and our purpose. The Buddha's path to enlightenment offers a powerful lesson here. He didn't achieve inner peace amidst a whirlwind of activity. Instead, he sought refuge beneath a tree in stillness. This lesson is a reminder that true progress comes when we intentionally step away from the chaos and tune into our inner world. In the same way, by dedicating time each day to unplug, whether through meditation, a quiet walk, or simply sitting in silence, we can clear our minds and refocus on our goals. In the practice of meditation, we reconnect with our deeper selves. We allow our minds to rest and reflect, free from the constant bombardment of external stimuli. This act of stillness helps us see clearly, realign with our goals, and assess if our actions are truly in alignment with our deepest intentions. As you begin 2025, consider how much time you spend in constant motion versus moments of quiet reflection. What would it feel like to reclaim even just 10 minutes of your day for true focus? Focus is the antidote to distraction. In the quiet, we find our true direction. By committing to daily moments of stillness, we invite peace and progress into our lives. As you move forward into 2025, remember the Buddha's wisdom. Focus, clarity, and alignment begin in the stillness. In a world overflowing with noise and distractions, the true power lies in silence and clarity. Mastering focus is not just a skill, it is an act of reclaiming your life. As the Buddha taught, you only lose what you cling to. When you let go of the unnecessary and embrace the essential, you unlock a profound sense of freedom and purpose. Focus is more than productivity. It is a path to self-discovery. By aligning your actions with your values, you create harmony within yourself and your environment. Zen wisdom reminds us, the mind is everything. What you think, you become. When you focus your thoughts on growth and clarity, the world responds in kind. Imagine 2025 not as another year of struggle, but as a canvas for transformation. With focus as your compass, every moment becomes an opportunity to craft the life you desire. Remember, the journey is as sacred as the destination. When the eye is single, the whole body is full of light, said the Buddha. Let your focus light the way forward. If this reflection moved you, remember to like and share this video. Let us know in the comments what resonated with you most. And don't forget to for more Buddhist insights to inspire a peaceful and purposeful life.
At a railway station in a city, there lived a beggar. He survived by begging from passengers traveling in the trains that stopped there. One day, while begging, he noticed a tall, well-dressed man. The beggar thought, "This man looks very rich. If I ask him for alms, he will surely give me a good amount." He approached the man and started begging. The tall man looked at him and said, "You always ask from others, but have you ever given anything to anyone?" The beggar replied, "Sir, I am just a beggar. I always ask because I have nothing to give. How can I give anything to anyone?" The tall man said, "If you can't give, then you have no right to ask. I am a businessman, and I believe in give and take. If you have something to give me, only then will I give you something in return." Saying this, the man boarded the train and left. The beggar sat there, pondering over the man's words. Those words struck a chord in his heart. He thought, "Maybe I don't get much money because I never give anything in return. But I'm just a beggar. What can I possibly give to others?" After much thought, he decided, "From now on, whoever gives me alms, I will give them something in return." But a question troubled him. What can I, a beggar, give in return? For 2 days, he couldn't find an answer. On the third day, as he sat near the station, he noticed some flowers blooming on the plants nearby. An idea struck him. Why don't I give flowers to people in return for their alms? He liked the idea and picked a few flowers. When he begged on the train that day, he gave flowers to everyone who gave him money. People appreciated this gesture and kept the flowers with them happily. From then on, the beggar began plucking flowers every morning and giving them to people who gave him alms. He noticed that more people started giving him money. However, when he ran out of flowers, fewer people gave him alms. One day, while begging on the train, he saw the same tall man who had inspired him. The beggar immediately approached him and said, "Today I have something to give you. Please give me alms, and in return I will give you some flowers." The man smiled, gave him some money, and accepted the flowers. He said, "Wonderful. You've become a businessman like me." The man took the flowers and left. Once again, his words resonated with the beggar. The beggar realized that the key to changing his life was now in his hands. He stepped off the train, looked up at the sky and shouted, "I am not a beggar anymore. I am a businessman. I can become rich." People around him thought he had gone mad, but the beggar was determined. 6 months later, at the same station, 2 well-dressed men were traveling. One of them recognized the other and extended his hand for a handshake. "Do you recognize me?" the first man asked. "No, I don't think we've met before," replied the second man. The first man smiled and said, "We've met before, not once, but twice. Don't you remember the beggar you once spoke to?" Surprised, the second man said, "Oh, yes. You're the beggar I once refused to give money to. And the second time, I bought flowers from you. But today you're dressed so well. What are you doing now?" The first man replied, "Yes, I was that beggar. But today I am a successful flower merchant. I'm on my way to another city for business." He continued, "You taught me an important rule of life. We only receive when we give. This rule has changed my life. I realized that I wasn't a beggar. I was always a businessman, but didn't see myself that way. People didn't give me alms. They were paying for the flowers I gave them. I used the money I earned to buy more flowers and became a merchant. Today, I run a large flower business, thanks to the rule you taught me." Both men smiled and continued their journey. The story teaches us a profound lesson about the power of self-perception and the universal law of giving and receiving. Often we limit ourselves by believing we are incapable or unworthy of success, just like the poor beggar initially thought of himself as just a beggar. However, true transformation begins with a change in mindset. When we shift our focus from merely taking to also giving, whether it's through kindness, effort, or value, we open doors to opportunities and growth. The rule of give and take is not just a business principle. It is a life philosophy that fosters mutual benefit and prosperity. Moreover, success is deeply tied to how we view ourselves. If we see ourselves as small or insignificant, others will too. But when we believe in our potential and take steps to act on it, the world responds in kind. His journey from a beggar to a successful businessman reminds us that no dream is too big, and no situation is too hopeless if we dare to think differently, act boldly, and believe in our ability to rise above our circumstances.
Are you feeling weighed down by regrets, past mistakes, or painful memories? What if I told you there's a way to release this burden and find true peace in the present moment, rooted in ancient wisdom? In today's video, we'll explore Buddhist teachings on how to let go of the past and embrace peace in the present. For thousands of years, Buddhism has offered profound techniques and timeless lessons to help people free themselves from suffering caused by holding on to the past. Lesson 1. Practice mindfulness. Mindfulness is the heart of Buddhist practice. It involves being fully present in each moment, aware of our thoughts, feelings, and surroundings. Mindfulness helps us break free from the grip of the past and the worries of the future. It grounds us in the here and now. When we practice mindfulness, we learn to observe our thoughts without judgment. This awareness allows us to understand our mind's patterns and tendencies. We notice when our thoughts drift to past regrets or future anxieties. By bringing our attention back to the present, we break free from these cycles. Mindfulness can be practiced through meditation. Find a quiet place, sit comfortably, and focus on your breath. Notice the sensation of each inhale and exhale. When your mind wanders, gently bring it back to your breath. This simple practice cultivates a peaceful and focused mind. Incorporate mindfulness into your daily activities. When eating, savor each bite and be aware of the flavors and textures. When walking, feel the ground beneath your feet and notice the sounds around you. These practices help us stay connected to the present moment. Mindfulness also involves being aware of our emotions. Instead of reacting impulsively, we learn to observe our feelings. We recognize that emotions are temporary and do not define us. This awareness allows us to respond to situations with clarity and calmness. By practicing mindfulness, we develop greater self-awareness and emotional resilience. We learn to appreciate the beauty of each moment and find peace in the present. Mindfulness empowers us to release the past and embrace the present with an open heart. Mindfulness is a powerful tool for finding peace. It helps us stay grounded in the present and frees us from the burdens of the past. By cultivating mindfulness, we can experience each moment fully and find true serenity. Lesson 2. Embrace impermanence. Impermanence is a fundamental teaching of Buddhism. It reminds us that everything in life is constantly changing. Nothing remains the same forever. By embracing this truth, we can release our attachment to the past and find peace in the present. Impermanence teaches us to appreciate the fleeting nature of life. We learn to cherish each moment and recognize its unique beauty. Instead of clinging to what was, we appreciate what is. This understanding helps us cope with loss and change. When we lose something or someone, we feel a deep sense of grief. But by remembering that everything is impermanent, we can find comfort. We understand that loss is a natural part of life and that new experiences await us. Impermanence also encourages us to let go of past mistakes and regrets. we recognize that the past is gone and cannot be changed. By accepting this, we free ourselves from guilt and self-blame. We focus on the present and the opportunities it offers. To embrace impermanence, practice meditation on change. Reflect on the transient nature of life. Observe how your thoughts and feelings arise and pass away. Notice the changing seasons, the movement of clouds, and the growth of plants. These observations deepen our understanding of impermanence. Impermanence teaches us to live with an open heart. We let go of the need for control and accept the flow of life. This acceptance brings a sense of peace and freedom. We learn to adapt to change and find joy in the present moment. Embracing impermanence is key to finding peace. It helps us let go of the past and appreciate the present. By understanding the transient nature of life, we can release our attachments and live with an open heart. Embrace impermanence and find serenity in the present. Lesson 3. Cultivate compassion. Compassion is a central teaching of Buddhism. It involves extending kindness and understanding to ourselves and others. By cultivating compassion, we can heal our hearts and find peace. Self-compassion is the first step. We often judge ourselves harshly for past mistakes. This self-criticism creates a cycle of pain and regret. To break free, we must learn to forgive ourselves. We recognize that we are human and make mistakes. We treat ourselves with the same kindness we would offer a friend. Compassion also involves understanding the suffering of others. We recognize that everyone experiences pain and struggles. This understanding helps us develop empathy and a desire to help. By offering support and kindness to others, we create a sense of connection and love. To cultivate compassion, practice loving-kindness meditation. Sit quietly and bring to mind someone you care about. Repeat phrases like, "May you be happy, may you be healthy, may you be at peace." Gradually extend these wishes to others, including those you find challenging. Finally, extend them to yourself. Acts of kindness also nurture compassion. Simple gestures like smiling, listening, and helping others create a ripple effect of positivity. These actions remind us of our interconnectedness and the impact we can have on the world. Compassion teaches us to let go of anger and resentment. Holding on to these emotions creates suffering. By practicing forgiveness, we free ourselves from the chains of the past. We understand that forgiving others does not mean condoning their actions, but it allows us to move forward. Cultivating compassion is essential for finding peace. By extending kindness to ourselves and others, we heal our hearts and create a sense of connection. Compassion helps us release past hurts and embrace the present with love. Embrace compassion and find serenity in your heart. Lesson 4. Let go of attachments. Attachment is a major source of suffering. We cling to people, possessions, and experiences, hoping they will bring us lasting happiness. But Buddhism teaches us that true peace comes from letting go of attachments. Attachments create a sense of dependency. We believe that our happiness is tied to external things. When we lose them, we feel pain and loss. By letting go of attachments, we free ourselves from this cycle of suffering. To let go of attachments, practice non-attachment. This does not mean abandoning everything you love. It means recognizing that true happiness comes from within. We appreciate what we have, but do not cling to it. We understand that everything is temporary. Mindfulness helps us observe our attachments. We notice when we become overly attached to something or someone. This awareness allows us to release our grip and find balance. Another way to let go of attachments is to simplify your life. Declutter your physical space and let go of possessions you no longer need. This practice creates a sense of freedom and lightness. It reminds us that our worth is not defined by what we own. Non-attachment also applies to our thoughts and emotions. We often hold on to negative thoughts and feelings, believing they define us. By practicing mindfulness, we learn to observe these thoughts without getting caught up in them. We let them come and go, like passing clouds. Letting go of attachments brings a sense of liberation. We no longer feel weighed down by the need for control. We embrace the present moment with an open heart and mind. This openness allows us to experience life fully and find true peace. Letting go of attachments is crucial for finding peace. By practicing non-attachment and simplifying our lives, we free ourselves from the cycle of suffering. We learn to appreciate the present moment and find true happiness within. Embrace non-attachment and find serenity in the present. Lesson 5. Practice gratitude. Gratitude is a powerful practice that shifts our focus from what we lack to what we have. Buddhism teaches us that cultivating gratitude brings a sense of contentment and peace. It helps us appreciate the present moment and release past regrets. Gratitude involves recognizing the blessings in our lives. We often take for granted the simple things that bring us joy. By practicing gratitude, we bring these blessings into our awareness and appreciate them. To practice gratitude, keep a gratitude journal. Each day, write down 3 things you are grateful for. These can be small things like a warm cup of tea or a kind word from a friend. Reflecting on these blessings helps us develop a positive mindset. Another way to cultivate gratitude is to express it to others. Take time to thank the people in your life who have supported you. Write a heartfelt note or tell them in person. These expressions of gratitude create a sense of connection and warmth. Gratitude also involves appreciating challenges and setbacks. These experiences teach us valuable lessons and help us grow. By finding the silver lining in difficult situations, we develop resilience and inner strength. Mindfulness enhances our practice of gratitude. By being present, we notice the beauty and wonder of each moment. We appreciate the vibrant colors of a sunset, the sound of birds singing, and the feeling of a gentle breeze. These moments of appreciation bring a sense of peace and joy. Gratitude shifts our focus from what we lack to what we have. It helps us let go of the desire for more and find contentment in the present. By practicing gratitude, we release past regrets and worries about the future. We find peace in the here and now. Practicing gratitude is essential for finding peace. By recognizing and appreciating the blessings in our lives, we develop a positive mindset and a sense of contentment. Gratitude helps us release past regrets and embrace the present moment. Embrace gratitude and find serenity in your heart. Lesson 6. Follow the Eightfold Path. The Eightfold Path is a guide to ethical and mindful living in Buddhism. It provides practical steps for finding peace and happiness. By following these principles, we can release the past and embrace the present with wisdom and compassion. The Eightfold Path consists of right understanding, right intention, right speech, right action, right livelihood, right effort, right mindfulness, and right concentration. The Eightfold Path consists of right understanding, right intention, right speech, right action, right livelihood, right effort, right mindfulness, and right concentration. Each of these principles offers practical steps to live a life of peace and wisdom. Right understanding involves seeing things as they truly are. It means recognizing the nature of reality, including the truths of suffering and impermanence. By understanding these truths, we gain insight into the causes of our suffering and how to overcome them. Right intention is about cultivating positive and wholesome intentions. It involves committing to ethical and compassionate behavior. We let go of harmful thoughts and cultivate intentions of kindness, compassion, and love. This mindset helps us release negative patterns from the past and create a positive future. Right speech emphasizes the importance of truthful and kind communication. It involves speaking honestly and avoiding harmful speech. By practicing right speech, we create harmony in our relationships and avoid creating unnecessary suffering for ourselves and others. Honest and kind communication helps us heal past wounds and build trust. Right action is about living ethically and making choices that do not harm others. It involves practicing honesty, nonviolence, and compassion. By following right action, we create a life of integrity and peace. Ethical behavior helps us let go of guilt and regret from the past, allowing us to find peace in the present. Right livelihood encourages us to engage in work that is ethical and meaningful. It involves avoiding professions that harm others and choosing work that contributes positively to society. By following right livelihood, we find satisfaction and purpose in our work. This principle helps us release past grievances related to our careers and find fulfillment in our present endeavors. Right effort involves cultivating a balanced and diligent approach to our spiritual practice. It means putting in the effort to develop positive qualities and overcome negative ones. By practicing right effort, we maintain a steady and focused mind. This discipline helps us let go of distractions and stay committed to our path of peace. Right mindfulness is the practice of being present and fully aware of our thoughts, feelings, and actions. It involves cultivating a deep awareness of the present moment. By practicing right mindfulness, we release past regrets and future worries. We find peace in the here and now. Right concentration involves developing deep focus and meditation. It means training our minds to be calm and centered. By practicing right concentration, we achieve mental clarity and inner peace. This focus helps us let go of scattered thoughts and connect deeply with the present moment. By embracing these principles, we cultivate wisdom, compassion, and mindfulness in our daily lives. This path helps us live ethically, communicate kindly, work meaningfully, and maintain mental clarity. Embrace the Eightfold Path and find serenity in the present. So, the teachings of Buddhism offer profound wisdom for releasing the past and finding peace in the present. By practicing mindfulness, embracing impermanence, cultivating compassion, letting go of attachments, practicing gratitude, and following the Eightfold Path, we can transform our lives and achieve true serenity. These principles provide practical steps to live a life of peace and fulfillment. They guide us to appreciate the present moment, let go of past regrets, and find joy in our daily experiences. By incorporating these teachings into our lives, we can create a sense of balance, harmony, and inner peace.